All right, how we doing? How we doing? I had a terrible day for many reasons, but chiefly I'm working on that, how do you call it? I guess like the texture edit of IB for the IB stream. Don't be mean. It's okay. No more delaying. For once, it wasn't really my fault, though. My iPad literally takes forever to charge, and that's because I was honestly using it since 1 p.m. today, all the way up until now. Having a bad day. Yeah, it was rough. I'll have to tell a story tomorrow when I do a regular game stream, because goddamn. But yeah, you tell you what. Let me see. By the way, MissKittens, our very own MissKittens, was supremely kind enough to make good on the offer to make me 4 PNGs for a new PNG tuber. So you absolutely can thank MissKittens for this. She's been streaming a lot recently. She got a bunch of new games, and she's been streaming about I'd say about 5 to 6 hours before I usually do. So that's pretty good. Popcat. Oh, is that what this is called? Popcat. Okay. All right. I thought when people were talking about Popcat, I was like, you mean Flat Cat? Oh, man. All right, tell you what. I'll give you guys a sneak peek real quick for the IB costume. So yeah, I've decided I'm going to be playing IB, the remake version, I guess. Let me pull it up. The problem is, the way you do texture edits is that you basically get shown a bunch of separate parts of the model, and then you go in and you kind of edit them. But it's a lot like you know how someone has a puzzle and it's all assembled together. Well, then they slam it down and break it into pieces, and then if you want to draw over the puzzle, you have to draw over each individual piece. You know what I mean? You love cats, good stuff. So yeah, basically this is what I've got. So this is in Procreate. It's not the pixel art thing. And if that looks like a bunch of nothing, then yes, you are correct. But when assembled together, it'll sort of resemble IB, at least. I still don't know what to do with the braid. I've gone ahead and I've gotten rid of every piece that really doesn't have a place in. Like, there's no point in me making a full costume below the torso, because it's never going to be seen by chat. So I tend to... Is this the Wingley City? Yes! Catnip, yeah, the MissKittens. MissKittens is the one that was able to pull that off. So yeah, once assembled, it kind of resembles IB. In fact, I've got a quick test I can probably put it in. Give me 1 second. Looks like a ghost. Yeah. I wasn't gonna do it. I was like, I could probably really pull off an interesting little IB costume, you know? That might look really cool. Oh god, it forces its way into portrait mode. No! Oh well, nothing I can do about it. Okay, so I do have to add on back hair, and I do have to add on the collar with the tie, because there's no way for me to add that on. I could try, but it would come out really, really, we recommend that you use a Steam bitrate. Why is it always telling me that my stream bitrate is insanely low? I'm late. Am I late at all? No, you are not late at all. I'm just giving people a sneak preview of the stupid IB costume I've been messing with. I've also tried to give it a little bit of, like, I don't know how you pronounce it, like I don't know, not pronounce word. What do you call it when it's like, if you look at the IB artwork, it's kind of like scratchy and dark. Like there's like uneven, scratchy outlines, dark outlines, almost like illustration effect maybe. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Let's see. You're not late, it just started. Yeah, my iPad was charging this whole time. There we go. Finding the perfect VTuber. Are we hydrated? God, I'm not. I'm not hydrated even a little bit. Alright, that should do it. Let me see. Alright, we'll go on this one for a second. Looks like pencil sketch. That's exactly it. Okay, here we go. So you'll see it tomorrow when I play IB. provided nothing goes wrong. And you can tell, like, as it gets lower on the chest, I've put less and less detail in it because typically that part's not necessarily going to be seen very much. I still kind of want to redo the bags under the eyes. Maybe I'll get rid of the color completely and just have the lines there, like the little whatevers. I don't know. Maybe same thing for the nose, too. I'm thinking of getting rid of the darker color and just keeping the lines. We'll see. It's super messy. I'm not happy with it, but what's she gonna do? Let's see, you got one right. Like pencil sketch, yeah. I don't know if there's an actual term for that, but whatever. So yeah, my big Google fish eyes actually work out really well for looking like Ib, so not too bad. So yeah, I'll look like that tomorrow when we do the Ib thing. Yeah. You using Kitten's Popcat? Yes, Kitten's made a fantastic Popcat, and I'm most thankful for it. The model looks sick. Yeah, should look pretty good. Or at least, reasonably okay. Not bad for like a 3-episode stream that I'll get out of it. Red rose and blue rose. It's funny you say that. I actually did make one of those. I wanted a blue rose, so I made a blue rose, but then I changed it to red rose at the last second. I can always change the color depending on our needs, though. Okay, let me be very careful. Nope. See, unfortunately, I haven't completely fixed the thing yet. No, I need it. So I should probably lock the model. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, there. So if I'm not careful enough, it ends up moving the collar because the collar is like this. Like you can't see it, but the collar is like this. So when I touch something up here, it moves the collar. So I was thinking of maybe giving her like a. Oh wait, no, I'm moving the collar again. But yeah, you get it. I'll have it all figured out for the thing tomorrow. You should charge it directly in the socket. What, my iPad? The cord isn't long enough. Plus I'm always nervous about putting my elbow down and like snapping the cord while it's in my thing. So yeah, there you go. I'm gonna go ahead and, cool, reminds me of the girl from Chainsaw Man. Oh, what, like the control demon main chick who sucks really bad? Yeah. Okay, back into the layout. So today we are gonna go ahead and finish the... There we go. We're going to go ahead and finish the, I guess the subway layout, and then we'll be talking a little bit about the, how do you say? I guess we'll make a very quick storyboard for how they get in there, because that's what I'm going to have when I move over to RPG Maker. No charger, just pure electricity. Yeah, I'll just wear some wool socks, scuff it over the floor, and then push my finger into the iPad charging thing. And Ib looks quite adorable, to be told, like the innocent look. Yeah. If you want a grim look, shadows covering parts of the eyes, grim smile, etc. Yeah, Ib always had like this wide-eyed kind of blank slate look. So, yeah. Hello all, just dropping by for a few minutes at work. Hi, Ryo-sama. Yeah, I just gave everyone a sneak peek of the Ib costume. If you're interested, you can go back like 2 minutes and see it. Okay, so here's what I've got so far. Let me get us back to the screen. There we go. Okay, so I've got a first floor and a second floor. We'll talk about the first floor first. It's really messy, but it's mostly because it's subject to change quite a bit. Okay, so first floor. Let me make a new tab. So yeah, basically, the game starts around outside, because I kind of want the game to start off in a crowded area, because that means when the character ends up sort of in like the other world or back rooms of the subway, it's very jarring because you've gone to this, crowded place to essentially just, it's completely empty, you're completely alone, and I think that's the best way to demonstrate that. Because if the game starts off with you alone, you're not really feeling it because you've always been like that. That's the natural state of existence while you're playing the game. While searching for unicorns, I hear it takes the subway, yeah. So I need to figure out what we want here. Maybe it'll start off in like a convenience store, maybe. There's gonna be a lot of garbage in a convenience store, though. Probably an enclosed convenience store, because the only other alternative I can think of to that is going to be, like a sidewalk on their way to the subway. And I think that actually might be much harder to have. So, convenience store it is. How big are the cockroaches in the subway? Ooh, I could make little cockroach sprites. That might actually be kind of fun. Okay, okay. So we start off there, convenience store, talk to the friend, we give her the dollar bill, and it's a little tutorial for using items on things. Then they go down the stairs, blah, blah, blah. Friend says she has to use the restroom, main character's not having it, so the friend goes off to the restroom. Player gets control of the main character. If the main character wants, they can go and, try to examine the restroom, but the main character's just gonna give the classic dialogue of, I don't need to use it, I'll head downstairs or whatever. There's some vending machines and stuff that they can look at. There's a locked door. 5. What is 5? No, that's gotta be the janitor's closet, that's right. Or maybe it's like a storage closet. Maybe I'll do something else with the janitor's closet. Someone definitely pointed out that there's probably going to be a janitor's closet on this floor and the floor below, like 2 separate rooms. So that makes a lot of sense. So maybe I'll add like a different room here somewhere. Then the character goes downstairs, and that's where the basement floor comes in. Wait, no, I did that wrong. Hang on. Something is wrong here, and I don't... Okay, there we go. So yeah, Here we go. So these are the stairs, and that is hidden. Okay, so these are the stairs down. Character comes down. There's some locked rooms here. On this floor, so right here is the platform thing. That yellow stripe that keeps you from falling into the subway, and this long black stripe here is going to be the subway track. Let's see, why not just show the text message log from a cell phone? Environments take a lot of work. Well, I can't show crowded rooms with a cell phone. So, I mean, I've got the sprites. I can make them walk around. I just need to make a couple. It's going to be a bit of a pain, but I really think it's going to drive home going from an environment where it's really crowded and there's lots of people and you can listen to their conversations and stuff to it's dark, it's empty. Because I think a lot of horror games rely on dark, empty, lonely places, also because it's much easier to do. You don't have to make NPCs, you don't have to mess with scripting dialogue, etc. Something sure is wrong. The mood looks a bit different. What could it be? I don't know. Alright. So, so there's some benches and stuff here. The pillars are here. There's a wall here, just straight up wall. However, if you were to, I should use a different color. If you were to hop onto the tracks, there's like a homeless encampment here, and that's where you're gonna get your empty beer bottle from. This right here is a grate, kind of like a chained gate kind of thing. So, there's a wall here, there's a grate here. You're not getting anywhere past this platform unless you hop down and go this way or hop down and go that way, but no one with half a brain is gonna do that. So, there's that. Did you ever see Midnight Meat Train? That was a good subway horror movie. I was really disappointed by it, and I think that's because I went in going, oh my gosh, it's going to be a really cool horror movie in a subway and stuff. But it turned out to be like a psychological kind of thing, where it was just like, wow, did I really see it? Did that guy really kill that girl? Maybe I should take more photos of people on the train, and maybe I'll get more photos of people being killed on the train. Oh no, I'm on the train. And that's it. That's like literally the entire movie. I think my problem is that I went into it with different expectations, and so I was bound to be disappointed. But yeah, if you go into it with no expectations at all, then you'll probably have a good time. I'm clipping it. No, I didn't even do it well. We need fuses, light bulbs, and more of the horror classics. Light bulbs maybe not so much, because we're going to be looking at like fluorescent lamps, and the character does have a flashlight, so we're good there. I don't know about fuses. Do subways use good old fuse boxes? I like the book Cabal, Scarlet Gospels, Speaking Barker. Ever played Undying? Great horror FPS written by Barker. No, I've never heard of Undying. Let's see. And this is saving the day. Oh no. Okay, so you're just here. You can't go there. You're not gonna hop off. After waiting around for a bit, I'm probably gonna have a timer. Oh wait, the rooms. So right here, janitor 2, basement, and right here, storage room, maintenance room. Yeah, so there's that. Let me go ahead and delete this so I can start a new thing. After waiting around for a bit, friend still isn't out. You start to hear crying, sobbing, a voice, whatever. So just idly, the character is going to go over here. As soon as it gets in this vicinity, it's going to trigger a cutscene where as you look over the edge, something happens. The light flickers, you get pushed, shoved, whatever. You fall over into the subway thing, like right here. As the player gets up, there's a sound of slamming, and as you turn around and look at the subway kind of, platform, shutters have fallen over the platform. And I don't think that's a real thing, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna have dialogue, like, okay, well, you guys have to tell me. You know there's shutters that, like, close off, like, stairways and entrances for, like, terror attacks and stuff? Are there any that slide and block the subway itself? It doesn't matter if there are or not, because at this point you're in the other world. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be barbed wire and, like, police tape covering things, and it won't necessarily make sense. There's going to be flooded portions, so you're in the other world. It doesn't matter. But I would be very interested to know if that's a real thing. And the character is going to actually remark on that. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's not supposed to be shutters, blocking the track from the platform. Sadly, not quite easy to fall in. Oh, boy. Okay, so at that point, as you're wondering, there's going to be a train noise, and you're going to start to see lights and stuff. So the character's not going to want to run this way. If you try to go this way, you're going to say, no, I'm not running towards the train, so you're going to have to run over here. As soon as you get to this spot, cutscene, you jump over here, train passes by. Otherworldly train, I don't know, maybe it's, yeah, so, sadly not, yeah. If it's older, fuses might still be a thing. Okay, we'll definitely have to add that to the list then. Okay. So you end up over here, train goes by. At this point, the character can walk back over and, but the shutters are still drawn. This part is completely closed off. You can't get in here anymore, which is going to block the character off from, their friend. Yeah. So at this point, that's about as far as I've gotten. I've got some broad ideas of what's going to happen, but that's going to be a little bit down the line. Now, here's the problem. I don't want the character to come back here. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking I should probably not have, like, designed, like, rooms, here for the character to go into. So I'm wondering if maybe I'm gonna have to make the character walk all the way to, like, the next subway station, and then I can kind of, like, use the layout in these rooms and stuff. Because I definitely want the character to be completely split up from their friend or anything. So at that point, the character's gonna walk down, probably come down to a different subway that's gonna be probably a similar design, but not the same, whatever, I'll flip it, something like that. And again, the character has not seen hardly any of this map whatsoever. The only part the character's seen is the first floor. They've gone down the stairs, and they've been at the platform. They haven't been in any other room. All the doors are locked. There's barricades, there's chains. So, yeah, it's not too bad, I think. At this point, the character can call their friend. If they don't, when they walk to a certain point, it's going to trigger the call. So either way, friend will call them, and they're going to say, like, hey, what's going on? When I came out of the bathroom, the shutters were down? Or, where are you? And so they're going to have a nice little conversation and stuff. They're completely split up, though. At this point in the game, you're going to have a menu. So this was the old menu. It didn't turn out that great, in my opinion. I think the new one we came up with has a lot more personality, which is this. So at this point, there's going to be a common event, which is a RPG Maker term for, it's a certain, what do you call it, like, set of events that run. So it's going to, whenever you go to the menu and click on phone, it's going to bring this guy up. And I'm going to be using a plugin called Picture Choices, which allow you to arrow over pictures rather than just having the typical, text. And, you've seen it, every RPG Maker choice thing. I need to be careful because I don't, yeah. And right here is the save thing, so you're going to save from the phone, and there's going to be probably a tutorial thing before everything gets rough. Do you have this series of events written down somewhere on, like, an outline? I do. They're a little bit more vague, though. I'm going furry on us. Yes, guys, I am now a cat. I am now a cat VTuber. I seem different. Did I get a new haircut? Why, yes, I did. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. So yeah, save, and then there's going to be a Naomi button. Naomi is going to basically be the only other character in the game at this point. And when you call her, depending on where you are in the game, she can offer hints. You can also talk about different stuff. There's going to be different choices that change depending on where you are in the game. So that'll be fun. This right here, player just got back from a bad breakup. And every time you try to click on this, maybe she'll offer, like, a little bit of introspection stuff. So she hasn't deleted the boyfriend's icon from her phone, and she's going to remark that the first time you try to use it. Right here is the 911. She's not getting any reception whatsoever. And right here is going to bring up a dialer, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the player is going to be able to try different numbers. Most numbers are not going to work. However, I do plan for there to be like bathroom graffiti, like similar to Silent Hill Shattered Memories and stuff, where sometimes you could find phone numbers, and sometimes it would relate to a puzzle, sometimes it would relate to a little bit of lore, or just like a weird thing. And if you do have those numbers, you can type them in and get something out of them. But most numbers aren't going to work if you try them. And this right here in the bottom right-hand corner, this guy, this is the back button. So you can hit escape or, the back button on the controller or whatever, or you can manually click on this. Oh, did I say 911? 911 doesn't work. You can keep trying it, and maybe you'll get different dialogue at different points. But yeah. So it's Naomi is the Navi of the game. Yeah, pretty much. In all ways but voice, you are a cat. Yes. I didn't offend you. What? Offend me? No, I probably didn't see it, honestly. I'm sorry. Don't worry about offending me. I'm really tough to offend. And like the worst that'll happen is I'll get annoyed for about 10 seconds and immediately forget what happened. So don't worry about it. Take care, Rio. Thank you for joining us, Rio. Hope you have a good time. Stay tuned for tomorrow at the regular time, not the late night time. I'll play Ib. Can we get the choice to order a pizza? Yeah, heck, maybe if you guys have any ideas. So I've already had the idea for one. I should make a list. Hang on. We're gonna make a notepad. You guys are gonna get to see what god-awful handwriting I have. Let me see. Oh god, there we go. Break. You know what? No, not just a stream break. We're gonna have a stream break later. Okay. Got so many folders at this point. So yeah, I know it seems a little bit scattered, but I think for baby's first horror game, it's a solid line of events. You're with your friend, there's a little tutorial at the beginning, you and your friend split up, something weird happens, and now you're in a subway that's dimmer, a subway that's completely empty, and there's weird stuff going on, and you're completely split from your friend. The only contact you have is on a phone that doesn't always work even, So there's that. That's, again, I'm not making a magnum opus. I need a really quick, 2-hour horror game that I can bump out. Lloyd's theme, always a classic. Okay, so here we go. Okay, phone numbers. Actually, let me get some water real quick. I want to call Freddy Freaker. We could legit, have a poster or something. Hey, you guys could probably make your own posters, too. The tile sets are 48 by 48 for half the character's body, and then 2 48 by 48 stacked on top of each other for practically the entire character's height. I mean, they're a little shorter than that, but, So if you make somewhere in between 96 by 96 and 48 by 48, with a limited color palette, I could probably put it in the game if you really want it to be in there. We get prank calls or wrong number calls. Ooh, that would be a fun event. Okay, back we go. Okay, here. Okay, so phone numbers. Okay, so here's some ideas. So, bathroom graffiti. I don't know how to spell graffiti, rip. Alright, what other numbers do you think we could have that the person calls? Someone recommended, oh, hang on. That's weird. I think the page is cut off a little bit. 1 second, let me just adjust that. I don't know why I have to adjust this every single stream. It's like the ratio changes. There we go, okay. A little more to the right. Okay. See, will any of those numbers call you back? Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. Okay, okay. Call number. Answering machine. But after about 1 in-game minute, you get a call back. And maybe that's like the answer to a puzzle or something. Okay, that's a good one. You misspelled. Oh, you spelled it right though, I'm pretty sure. Nice. Alright, well, let's change that. There we go. Let's see, fun if we get some Easter egg about calling the mom an assassin or some gangster Hotline Miami style. Yeah, I should put a poster, like one last poster in the last 10 minutes of the game, and with like one of the numbers scratched out, but it's like a hotline, like, is there a famous number in Hotline Miami? If so, then if the character's a fan of Hotline Miami, they may semi-recognize the number and decide to like call it themselves, and then you get like a weird ending where like a guy in a chicken mask like busts in and shoots you or something, like similar to a dog ending. And then I can have it like return the player right before that happens, and like, you know, so it might be fun. You know what, fuck it, I'm gonna put that in. Alright, Hotline Miami. And then Easter egg ending. Okay. Will any of those numbers call you back? Yeah. Burger joint. Well, I don't think burger joints deliver. That was an overly dramatic page review. Taxi cab, phone sex. I could probably have a phone sex one, although it wouldn't be anything outright obscene. Phone sex. Like, I should have like bathroom graffiti where like the A is the E, you know, in phone sex is like slightly obscured and like scratched out, but the player just assumes it says phone sex, and when you call it, it just blasts saxophone in your ear. Oh fuck it, I'm doing that. Okay. Can I be the assassin? Okay, but you'll have to wear a cow mask. Let's see. Guys, don't talk about phones. We're gonna summon the bots. You would have to make another asset, but what about a flyer with tear off tabs? That could be. Shoot, you know what? I should have like one of those like billboard things, like not a billboard, but you know, like almost like a cork board portion where people put like advertising and missing and numbers and stuff. I'm definitely gonna have to have one of those. How about a trap phone number? You see graffiti saying to call some number if you're also lost in the subway back rooms, but then you see graffiti next to it that tells you not to call. That's pretty good. That's really good. Like maybe there's a flyer, and only by pulling off the flyer do you get that revealed to you. Also, I'm not going to spell any of this right. I'm just focused on getting it onto the paper as fast as possible. So, that almost reminds me of like a Del Toro quest puzzle. Where there was like these evil sharp-toothed gnomes and stuff, and you had to like get into their little thing, and they were trying everything. And like the riddle on the door, it had some long riddle. They were trying to get through the door, they couldn't, and then it said, push, don't pull. So they just about did that, but something happened, and they looked even closer, and in like really tiny scratched writing below that, it said, if you want to die. And it turned out that if you pushed really, because like it was a hard door, like if you pushed really hard, it was designed to resist and then suddenly give. And as you went through, you'd go right off a narrow ledge into like a bed of spikes. This was a kid's Scholastic book, by the way. Freaking amazing. Didn't know you read Del Toro Quest. That's an Australian series? No wonder everything wants to kill you. Okay, last phone number. Call, die, flyer, and next. Did you know there's a Japanese release? And there's an audiobook and everything. I actually went and purchased from Japanese Amazon, the Japanese Del Toro Quest, and I've been slowly, well, not really, I've made way more progress in Tokyo Mew Mew and Sailor Moon, but I've been slowly chipping away at the Japanese translating it. It's not really one-to-one though, so it's a bit difficult. That was like one of my favorite books as a kid. I tried to look at it, like I pulled it off my bookshelf a couple years ago, and I was like, wow, this is one of my favorite books. I should give it a read. And like 3 pages in, I'm like, oh my god. The sentences are so short and simple. Like, I don't remember it being like that, you know? Lee fell down and saw that the scratches on his over long. Yeah, someone... See, Elron remembers. MVP, absolutely. They had an anime too, but it was really, really weirdly neutered in terms of violence. Really? An anime was neutered in violence? That's nuts. Yeah, if anyone hasn't read Del Toro Quest, I recommend giving it a read. I haven't read it since I was like a baby, though, so mileage may vary. Next to it... Okay, pull, flyer, shows other handwriting. I should have... Oh. Fuck it, I'm stealing it. If you want to die. I can't put that face in there, but I like it. Okay, lost. Call, you know, 5555555, whatever. And so we're gonna have that as a piece of graffiti, and then like there's gonna be a flyer next to it. And it's gonna be half torn so that you can see more red handwriting if you know, so. And the player has to, like, the player can interact with this and it'll give them the spiel. Player can interact with this, and if you do it twice, then the player will on the second time say, hey wait, looks like there's some writing underneath it. And then you can pull it off, and yeah, so. A lot of the characters who died were spared in the adaptation, except for the... I don't want to know, man, I don't want to know. Don't tell me spoilers. Did you read the 2 sequel series? I read the Dragons one a little bit, and I remember that being really brutal. But I didn't finish it. Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure books. Yeah, that was a good one. Okay. So there's that one. Any more ideas, guys? You know what, maybe there should be like a delivery system where if you need something and you call the number and then you leave the area and come back, it'll be there, it'll be delivered. I think that might be a fun thing to do, but what would the item you need be delivered? So, okay, delivery number. Because I'm going to all the trouble to making, like, a phone menu. I might as well make good use of it. And the number could correspond to the vending machine that contains a vital item. That's really good. That's really good. So, okay, so because I had the idea that you needed to get a pair of rubber gloves in order to handle something electrical from a vending machine. But what if the vending machine that you needed that had the thing... So, okay, bag of chips, candy bar, and then this has a card that has a glove picture on it, and it says out. And the character's gonna be like, crap, I really needed the glove thing. And then on the side of the vending machine, like if you turn, it'll say something like refill, and then it'll have the 555 number there. And if you call it and leave the area, it'll say, hey, we'll be delivered soon. It's an automated message. You guys are full of really good ideas. I'm really good at starting an idea, but for like details and follow through, I always fall short. Like the screwdriver in the Escape the Monster room. Screwdriver. Oh, was that in Monster's basement? Funeral service that brings a dead body standing up and holding an item. Let's see. Also, the theme song in the Japanese version was a Deltor Gudrim song of all things, maybe because she's also Australian? Gudrim? Gudrim? Can help me get out, be delivered? Sorry, it'll be a week's waiting list. It'll say, sure, lay down on the tracks, or something. Oh, fuck, I should have that. That kind of reminds me of this anime I started. I never finished it because I never finish anything because it makes me sad, but there's like a horror anime where if you see something weird, like reality glitch, that pretty much marks you for death, and then you wake up in this weird world that is composed entirely of skyscrapers, high-rises, with bridges between them, and it's filled with people that are like just walking around, and they'll attack on sight, and you have to try and survive there or something. It's really cool. Okay, wait, I'm forgetting the ideas. Hang on. Call automated message. Come back. Gloves. Okay. Maybe I should have more than one, most items out. gloves and etc. refilled. Let's see, High-Rise Invasion is the anime. Yeah, good stuff. Your Popcat. Yeah, MissKittens was very nice to make this for me. There were these masks that overwrote your personal... Yeah. I'm trying not to talk about that, though, because that's something you should really find out as you watch the show, though. Miskatonic, thank you for stopping by. I don't see you, but somebody's saying goodbye, so you must have said you were going. Just joined to say hi, amazed by the new avatar quality. Gotta go to work, but thank you. Have a good time at work. Ezra's voice somehow fits this more than the Namir model. Probably. I always felt the Namir looks a bit too gentle. I should have made like a more brasher looking tomboy, but I don't know how to do that. Did I just lose an hour? This stream causes time warps. Did you? Wait. No, I've only been streaming for 37 minutes. Okay, there was one more thing. There was another thing that you guys had an idea for. Oh. Okay, you know what? We're gonna extend it. Hey, wait, what is this? Ah, laser pointer. That's really cool. Hey, wait a second. You guys can't see the top at all, can you? Alright, 1 second. Man, I swear, every time I look away, this thing... Oh, it just flat out isn't showing it. Okay. I guess they think people don't need to see the toolbar. Okay. Well, we are going to move this. No, they're going to be separate events. If you call the number, you die. How does it kill you? I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Every time I look at this, I forget she's Mopcat. This is a good song. This is on the Queen Fury ship, which is really cool because it actually lets you play as every character rather than just Dart, and you get to run around as Rose and Maru. It's really fun. Okay, let's see, there was another thing. Maybe an advice thing? Okay. Get advice. Blah, 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 blah. And if, so that's the number. If call, you get a sweet sounding voice, actually. I don't know how to spell relieved. I before E, I think, except that betrays me all the time. So he's sending femboys, cat relieved, explains, asks for help. Of course, this is way oversimplified. Maybe it'll be automated, actually. Maybe it'll be like, I'm sorry, I can't understand the problem. Can you say it more simply? And then she's forced to repeat it in a more simple way or something. And then the advice is, okay, to escape, or something like that, and then like it clicks or something. It's just like a little bit of like malice. Let's see, like typing a question into Google. Yeah, pretty much. In Misao, the phone's ring killed her because it surprised her. Yeah, Misao had some whack endings. Let's see. A number that, if Naomi calls it, will be picked up by a past version of Naomi. For foreshadowing, you'll get random calls. Dude, I saw something like that happen once. It was in that, somebody here will know what I'm talking about. It was in that horror movie that starred like a Swedish dark metal band or something, where the main character is a lady that has like an autistic child and stuff, and they ended up in like a weird time loop. That's actually an amazing idea. Okay, hang on. We need another page. Okay, are we gonna add another page? Okay. Let's see. I misread it as femboys. Yeah, you call a famous catboy VTuber. Dark Floors, that's exactly it. I wasn't very satisfied by the ending, but you know. Who was the band in that? Was it Lord? I think Lord was the band in that one. I had a friend that really liked Lord, and I was the only one that knew how to like download YouTubes and convert them, YouTube videos, I should say, and convert them into MP3. And so she had me like get a bunch of songs. Would You Love a Monster Man was one of them. I did not like that song, but there was another one that was pretty cool. What's one of Lord's most best songs? I think it was probably... this is gonna bother me. The band is Lordy, that's right. Lord is a different singer. Okay, okay, early. And basically, so you pick up the phone and you're like, hello? And the other voice is like, hello? And it sounds a lot like your voice. And then, so I don't know, I'll have to like sit there and organically think of a good conversation and a good proper reaction. Ended up getting spooked. Hang up. You know what, maybe we can take it a step further. Maybe as she's trying to understand why the caller sounds like her and sounds just as confused as she does, something happens to the caller. Basically future Catherine. Oh, by the way, I think I'm changing her name back to Catherine, sorry. Amber was okay, but Catherine is just kind of a colder voice in my opinion. Something happens. And basically, if the player is paying attention and remembers this as the phone conversation starts to happen, they'll have enough awareness to avoid whatever killed that version of Catherine that called past you. Let's see, Randy Marsh. No, not that, Lord. No catnip. Let's see. Hard Rock Hallelujah, that's probably it. That sounds real similar, but it was only a certain version. I think there was like 3 different versions. I only liked one of them. Hard Rock Hallelujah. Yeah, that's the one where she's like walking through a high school and like people are dying. Listen to your future self dies. Awesome. Yeah, exactly. But there's a clue in there on how to avoid the death. We need to think about this. So future self calls you. You don't know what at the time. Future self calls you, something happens, and if you pay attention, it's a clue to avoid dying like that when you yourself are now future Catherine and you just ended up calling your past self. Or maybe it's a dead end. Maybe it's a dead end where if you call the number, you're dead. You call the number and it calls your past self, and then you're locked into that ending. You're fucking dead. That's it. I think that's what I'll do. Needs to be multiple calls from future you, advanced setup and foreshadowing. I feel like I can't do that too much though, because there's only so many times Catherine can be like, who's this? And future Catherine is like, who's this? Why do you sound like me? You know, there's only so many times like you can do that before they just end up looking like an idiot. And it's like, well, that's clearly your past self, because you can get one call from your future self, but the second you are now your future self and you call someone and it sounds a lot like your past self, you're going to know immediately what's happening. Yeah, so bad end. Bad end. Okay, did someone record and play my voice? Okay, and then, later... And maybe this will tie into Lost. Call this number. And underneath the flyer it says, if you want to die. So maybe that will be a callback. Yeah. when you do... Sorry guys, there hasn't been much pixel art in this stream. Wait, no, fuck, I just wrote pixel! No. So here's something. You realize, or Catherine realizes, what is happening. So maybe it's like you're standing too long. Maybe... I've got it. So, there's a dead end, right? So there's the number, right? Also here is a kind of like gated off grate thing. Actually, I want that to be closer. Oh god, no, no, Catherine, no, no! I hate that we share the name Catherine with the fucking insane pink lizard from Gregory Horror Show. So you have to get over here to call it. And I'm not going to give the player a chance. It's just going to say, it's going to give a choice that says, call number. Yes. No. Because the thing is, the character needs to be right here on this spot because something is going to grab them and pull them through the bars, even though the bars are way too small. Realizes what is happening. Oh god. Too late. Something... I should say dead end, because it's a subway. Oh no, fuck, dead end. Not there we go. Okay, so mirroring that color. Oops. Horrible screams. Spooked hangs up. There we go. Sorry, I haven't been looking at chat. Catherine was your favorite character. No! Michael Moore trying to explain how one gets a phone call that talks to the past is tough. Maybe if you are already losing it, it's all in your head. Well, something supernatural is going on. Or maybe she's in a coma. Or maybe she's dead. Or maybe she's in the afterlife. You don't know. You have no idea. It's kind of open-ended, you know what I mean? Like, does Silent Hill really even exist? Is it just something that exists in the character's head to punish them? That kind of thing. When the police raid Nemu's cave, all we'll find is digital manifesto. Dog just fell asleep on my shoulder. Guess I'm not taking out the trash. Ah, oh, rip. Yeah, they're so sweet, aren't they? Okay, so there we go. I think that's a cool little thing. So maybe we'll have a little bit of Misao stuff where there's just some quick deaths, you know? Quick, cheap deaths. Future self would scream, "Let go of my leg! Ah!" Maybe. That could be a good idea. Although that's oddly articulate to someone that's being grabbed by something and pulled through bars that are way too narrow for a human body to fit through. They scream, "This hole was made for me!" Okay. Alright, so I think that's okay on the phone numbers and stuff for the moment. Let's see, what else do we have to do? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Hopefully alive, maybe. I feel like that's pushing it though. And it was all just a dream. God, I wouldn't do that. That would be the worst thing you could ever do. I feel like it always invalidates a player's experience to be like, well, just kidding, none of that actually happened. Anyway, thanks for the money and spending 5 hours on our game. Hell, the dark shadows are grabbing at my leg. Their clawed fingers are like ice, ripping my flesh apart. The horror, the agony. This is future you. Time travel dehumanizes people into deterministic if-thens to be manipulated and managed. No free will. Am I dead then? I'm sending a workaround. Gnomes appear. What is your most disliked horror ending trope? Is it the dream one? Absolutely. I also really don't like they were dead the entire time. Or, oh no, it's just a loop. You know what I mean? I fucking hate that because nothing was accomplished whatsoever. I think my deep-seated hatred of that started with Where the Wild Things Are as a kid. Okay, what else are we doing here? Let me see. I see that the recent increase in stream donations has meant you can upgrade your VTuber model. Yeah. Boy, what upgrades, you know? Just magical. Absolutely magical. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Alright, let's see. We're gonna work on a little bit of an animation. Just something simple to work us up. Crap, wait, there was something really important I was gonna draw. And I was like, oh wow, I really need to draw that. I can't believe I haven't drawn that already. It's so important. I think someone brought it up in this stream. Does anybody know what I mean when I say that? Okay, we're gonna do it out here because I'm gonna have to move it into a folder. Was Where the Wild Things Are a dream thing? I never knew what was even going on. The kid is really mad. He gets like sent to his bedroom without dinner or whatever, and then he puts on his pajamas and he's like, I'm gonna pretend I'm with the wild things. And then his little like dream sequence ends and his dinner is warm and he's like, okay, I can eat dinner now. The end. Janitor's closet? No, I've kind of got that. Wait, Nem, is that keychain smiling? Yeah, it's just like a little smiley face stress ball. Okay, here we go. So, animation time, guys. Crap, I'm awful at hands. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move this, I think. Can you guys tell what animation I'm making? Okay, so that's frame 1. I'm thinking maybe 3 frames. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and duplicate. Wait, let's see. Okay, I think we squeaked by there. Handprint. Yeah, jazz hands. Yeah, the old bloody hand smack, exactly. It's gonna show up on a window or a wall or something. Okay, we're gonna fix something, actually. I don't like this one little boxy pixel there. Likewise. Go away. Okay, and then I think one more ought to do it. Let me see. No, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I kind of screwed up here. Didn't know exactly what I wanted. Okay, that should do it. Rorschach test time. Something's off. I think the middle finger is just way too boxy. Yeah, it should do it, I think. Okay. There's a way to test it. Let me go ahead and put us on break real quick, and I'll see if I can run this into an animation test thing. Two vampires high-fiving. Oh, Doc Martin. Oh wait, you know what? It's not time for a break yet. I still have one more thing I need to do. So, we have to turn this into a sprite sheet. I like to do it over each other because that makes it a little easier to do stuff. But we need a sprite sheet. So there's 3 images, which means we need 3 images long. And each image is 48, so 3 times 48 is 144, I think. Wait, is it? I feel like it is. Alexa, what's 3 times 48?
3 times 48 is 144.
Okay, that didn't sound right for some reason. Okay, so we're gonna... Ideally, I would have started this on one of those, but hey, what are you gonna do? We're also running into the problem of... So, I'll give an example. Say I copy this handprint, the first one, the most done one, and then I paste it in here. And you're like, okay, I need to move you all the way to the right. Wait, how far does it go? Because it only like gets this part of the hand, you lose the full dimensions of it. So the best thing you can do in that case is do a little sneaky. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and copy this, and then we'll go ahead and paste it. And see, now that we've got the dimensions, we can easily keep it exactly centered. Alright, we're gonna paste this in. See, same thing. Okay. And then the last one, the most done one. Helena Prison. Good one. There's one point in here where the song sounds so familiar. Like, I swear it sounds a little like something, but I don't know what. Maybe I should have one more frame where it starts dripping, you know? Or maybe it would be dripping up. I mean, like, the hand itself would be sliding down. I think that's a better idea, actually. Oh, the hand's gonna have to actually move. I hope I don't end up losing the hand itself. Sliding blood is cooler? Yeah. Okay. Which means I'm gonna have to... Fuck it. Alright. So here's what we're gonna have to do. We have the unhappy distinction of having to merge everything down. Actually, wait. Can I change the dimensions? Maybe I can. Not easily, though, I don't think. One more, 48. Shoot. Alexa, what's 4 times 100 and... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. 48 times 4. Alexa, what's 48 times 4?
48 times 4 is 192.
192. Because 96 is the first one, and 92 is the second one. Okay. Okay, never mind. We don't need to make a new one, so that's really nice. Should have done that before I... Oh, well. And we can keep a better eye on things if we enable the grid. So... Limestone caves. This is another good one. Let's see. Math is for nerds. Exactly. Oh no, I didn't bring the blood over. Ah. How did I have this? Shoot, I should keep it over there to use as a... That's about right. So the hand itself is going to have to slide a bit. You know what I mean? Because, we'll get rid of this. It doesn't make any sense for the blood to get up here because the finger was originally there. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a guideline. There should be nothing on or above the line. Okay. So the hand itself... Alright, we're gonna separate this guy. I thought I had him separate, but I guess I was lazy and I didn't bother. Copy, paste, new one. Good, okay. So the hand itself is gonna have to slide. One. This guy's gonna have to slide with it. Wait, no. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to very slightly... No. There we go. Okay. But there's one more thing I need to check. See, there's no reason... If the finger never went above this line, then why would there be sliding stuff? You know what I mean? So I've got to move that all the way down, I think. I should have moved the hand down and then put the blood where the hand was, but I didn't do that because I'm a dope. That's weird. Why is that disappearing? Oh, because it's a singular... Okay, that's why. Man, I don't know how any of this works. There we go. Okay, guys, sorry, that was probably really, really tedious, but I'm gonna put it into a quick sprite sheet animator and we can see how it looks. Can you make popping sounds as Popping Cat? Yeah, I did earlier. I'll do them again as soon as I get my face back on here. Okay, so what you do is you hide everything that you don't need, and then you go ahead and export the image. You're not seeing that because I don't want anyone to see my messy file system right now. So we'll save it as an image, save it as a PNG. You don't need to do anything else. There you go. And then you can go to a website called... I don't remember what it's called, I'll be honest. But we'll find out, Sprite Sheet Animator by Inan Zen. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, bear with me one more second, guys. Four frames. Make sure you set the dimensions to what you have. So each sprite is 48 by 48. There we go. Okay. I'll put it back on the thing one more time. Actually, hang on. Let me clean some stuff up. There we go. Okay, so we'll head over there. Steam Bake's first hot time honored tradition. Yeah. It was during her first stream. She said she was gonna get some. Actually, it started because I messed up saying, "Okay, guys, let's take a stream break." I said, "Okay, guys, let's take a stream bake." There were already bread memes going on, like way before I even like when I set the stream to go. People in chat were making bread jokes by the time I got there, and I didn't really get it. I think they were making jokes about me getting that bread, which is like slang for getting that money, but we'll see. Okay, so this is what we're looking at. Now, it's okay, but I really think it needs to slide further down. I'm out. Good night. Good night, Michael Moore. Thanks for joining us. So we're going to go on back, and we're going to go ahead and, I guess, stretch it a little bit more. No, not here. The other place. There we go. Okay. So it's good, but we needed a little bit more, what's the word? No, wait, well, I guess we could. So we're gonna go ahead and duplicate this, hide it, put these in a folder. There we go. I should have done that before I duplicated it, but what you gonna do? So, I think that's much better. Although we probably do want it to okay, I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. Wait, one more thing. Yeah, good enough. Okay, so I'll save this just like before and we'll put it into the thing. Only 5 fingers, where's the rest of them? Ah, Pot of Blue, nice to see you. Thanks for coming by. Alright, so we'll save this as an image. We'll go back to our handy dandy sprite sheet thing. Okay, I don't want it to loop actually, because it's not going to be a looping thing. Actually, I don't think that's working. Okay, alright, well, that's... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I'll put us back on. So it looks okay. But I'm not happy. It looks like the top pixels just never change. You know what I mean? Or does it really not? This is just like a one, like, smudgy scare, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter. Okay, we're good on that end. What else should we do? Just got here. Nice cat animation. I will say MissKittens is the one that made the animation, or she sat there and she made the pop cat thing. So thank you to MissKittens for that. She works really hard. Okay, all right. So there we go. Handy little animation. It's just gonna be a print on a door window or something. So that's gonna be pretty good. Back to the layout, because this is really the last thing that's keeping me from actually putting it into RPG Maker. Well, I guess that and the intro scene. I'll probably skip the intro scene for now, though. So you heard the little thing. You come into the place. You go to the first floor. Friend splits off for the bathrooms. You go downstairs. Cutscene. Now you're here. You're gonna have to be walking this way. Because there's... Or could you... What stops the character from going back? Maybe the train stops. Maybe the train stops right here, and she can't see anyone on or in the train, and she can't get past it or something. Because I have to have a reason more than just the shutter here, you know what I mean? Because this tunnel should go on for a long way unimpeded, I think. So how do we stop the character from going that way? What are you trying to make it look like? It's a subway platform thing. Oh, popping time? Let's see. That's all you got. That's all I got. Yeah, you know what? I'm probably going to need to stare at this more in my off time, because yeah, the train could work and could be a no-nonsense barrier. My question is, in a subway, though, where, like, you have the train tracks and stuff, and then, like, there are, like, side passages, I think, that people can technically be on. Like, I don't think it's one of those things where if you've got a guy standing on the side passage and a train comes right here, you know, it's not going to smash him. I think you can. I think you have a little bit of leeway with the train, right? Like that much? Crash train? Maybe. But how would it crash? Are we talking on the tracks or just beside them? Well, so when the train comes, What's-Her-Face falls down. Oh, wait, let me make a new layer. So, thing is, she's waiting here on the platform, here's something, What's-Her-Face falls down, a train is coming, so she runs along the tracks, and in a cutscene, when she gets to this point, is able to jump here into, like, kind of a cutout, and then I need a reason to stop her from going back that way. And I'm thinking maybe the train, but again, I'm pretty sure trains are designed in such a way that even with the train smack dab in the middle of a tunnel, like, you can still, like, get around it and stuff, you know what I mean? Crashing is probably the only thing, only feasible way, you know what I mean? I think that's the only feasible way we're going to have that blocked off. Maybe there should be something in the track that the character notices that causes the train to derail and crash a little bit, you know? Because I don't have any plans for the character to ever actually get onto a platform or get onto a subway car, because that would almost symbolize being able to leave, you know? Could be stopped by a jumper. Well, somebody jumping onto the tracks, like, she's in the other world, there's no people there. And a jumper jumping in front of the train, which is already about to hit the character unless she runs and manages to jump to the side. You know, metal pole in the tracks. Would a metal pole derail a subway car, though? I need something big. Maybe one of the pillars. Maybe against all odds, these pillars here. Like, you know, you see like these pillars that are like colored sometimes with the ceilings and the lights and stuff. Maybe one of the pillars like falls down or something and it ends up halfway into the track. A broken rail on the track. Does it take quite just a little something like that to derail and crash a subway train though? Maybe an endless void, a pitfall. I don't want to start that off too soon because I need the player to be going like, oh wow, that's weird, you know, like perfectly understandable. Like, sure, it's weird, but there's no reason for the player to think that they're not in current reality right now. You know what I mean? And a black void is gonna tip the player off real soon because I need the plausible deniability of I heard something, I fell into the train tracks, and the train came, and I had to run. You know. Let's see. Maybe it's just half a train that's wrecked, the front half is just gone. How would that happen though, you know? I could have the crashing. It's gonna have to be crashing. And then later on, her friend will call and say, hey, so everything's shuttered, but it sounds like something happened with one of the trains. They don't know if it derailed or there was a bomb or something like that. That would give the player pause, you know, because everything is weird right now because something just happened and everything's shut out or whatever. Piece of concrete from above, maybe. Or maybe part of the tunnel collapsed and the friend could actually be relaying that. Or no, that wouldn't make sense with the way I want the game to end. I could outrun a subway train. I think I'll try it out. Give me a sec. I don't know. It depends on how fast it's going. Don't they usually go like 30 miles per hour, 40? Anyways, she doesn't need to outrun it much. She just needs to go about 10 feet to jump into this one kind of section area. Does not take too much to derail, just something solid for it to jump the track. Okay, that's definitely going to require more planning. I keep running into this wall when I need to actually put it into, you know, effect. Maybe when you go through the tunnel, you come out the other side of the station. That's going to automatically tip the player off to something otherworldly going on, though. Because I want the main goal in the beginning to be like, okay, I just have to reconnect with my friend. You know, something X happened and I just need to get back to her. And then I want it to be a moment of realization where, wait a minute, nothing is lining up, you know? Person in the trench coat follows the player. It's the fucking merchant from RE4. Okay. That's something I'm gonna have to sit and ponder in my off time. I'm just wasting everybody's time if I'm just sitting there spinning my wheels. If you'll excuse the pun. Okay, time to make a poster, I think. Okay, so as we've established, the character's height is right about here. So a poster is probably going to be something like... No, I don't want symmetry, actually. Well, no, we'll start off with a straight poster, and then I can experiment with a poster that's like that, or something. Like I can't do it with the line tool, but you get what I mean. So we're probably going to have it be like this. There we go. That's about eye level, I think. Isn't it? Maybe a bit more. I can always adjust it later, I suppose. Oh well. It might be easier to sell the plausible weirdness if the train isn't actually there, even though it should be. Could be lost time or something similar. You know what? Actually, it's funny you say that. I did have a plan earlier in development. Like, it's actually a nod to the name of the game. Remember how I said the working title is Subway? Which, of course, isn't going to be the title, but an idea that the player somehow falls through a hole, or I don't know. It's really hard connecting the dots, but I wanted the player to end up in a tunnel underneath the subway. And that's where a majority of the game is going to take place, where it almost looks like an older, dated, disused kind of tunnel. You know what I mean? And then I was going to have the friend, when Catherine makes the call to her friend who is still lost, she's like, where are you? And it's like, well, I fell through like a maintenance shaft or something, you know, and there's tunnels underneath. You know, and the friend is going to make the fucking joke of, oh, so you're in a subway. And it's just going to be awful. You know what I mean? I think that's probably going to have to be how I do it. Currently, trains are being derailed in California due to garbage on the tracks. So it could do something like that to justify the fucking California. You know what I mean? I just, like, for a place that really likes to tell other people they're bad and they need to change their ways and they need to be better, like, it's quite a shithole of a state. And I will say, I understand that it's mostly certain areas of California, but it's like, you know, like, there's a ton of rich people living in the worst areas, and it's really bad. Like, how does that happen? I don't know. You know what? Never mind. Let's not talk about California. Okay, so yeah, a maintenance shaft. As she's running from the train, there's a maintenance shaft, and she falls through. I like that. I think that's the best way to go about it. That I think that's probably going to be the best way to go about it. And it's not too far-fetched because, you know, you're already down, you're already in tunnels. Who's to say there's not a sub-tunnel underneath something, you know? And then she says, Subway eat fresh. Pretty sure I'd get sued for bringing up, like, a copyrighted name in my game. You know what? Hang on. I've got an idea. So since we're in a good brainstorming thing right now, let's make a phenomena list, because we've been doing pretty good on that so far. NY has tons of abandoned subway lines that go very deep into the... Okay, game is now set in Subway. Game is now set in New York. I think I'll do that. I'll have to do that. Okay, so we're gonna make a list called phenomena. It's not the right word, but it's all I can think of right now. I'm not gonna spend a minute trying to figure out the right word. So, we've got, let's see, abandoned subway lines. And these are ideas for things I can include in the game. And they can be completely avoided, they can be mentioned, or they could feature heavily in the game. We're also going to do urban explorers. Much like the catacombs, I'm sure somebody's gone missing exploring the subway lines. Or if there isn't, I'm going to say they were. Naomi's going to say they were. Yeah, Naomi's going to be like, well, I've heard rumors of, like, urban explorers and stuff going in and then getting lost and then never found. And then maybe we'll come across a corpse of one or something. And then we can find a spray can in the pocket, and that'll be used to solve one of the future puzzles where there's a specifically maze-like area, and it actually is looping, so it will cheat and it will loop you unless you use the spray can to mark walls of where you've been. And after doing that 4 times, you eventually find your way out. That would be cool. Okay, so urban explorers, and one of them can have like a journal or a diary suggesting that the same phenomena that's happening to Catherine happened to them, and it didn't end so well. Much like Corpse Party, I think there's like a wonderful sense of horror in seeing people who were put in the same position you were, perishing and looking at your possible future. What season and year will it be in? It's going to be modern year. Season, probably not too cold because they are... Here, let me see. Probably not too cold because this is what they're dressed like. So this is you. Maybe fall. And this is Naomi. So, not too cold, I don't think. Oh god, wait, no. Alright, it just crashed. I've noticed that my journal thing does not like landscape mode. Sometimes you try to bring it up and it just crashes. Hey, Firelink Shrine. It looks much better in landscape, I promise. Or portrait, I promise. I need to not minimize that, because it just increases the chance of everything crashing and burning. Okay, here we go. I feel like we're doing like a Firelink, not Firelink. What was that called? The Fire Something Society? It was a Scary Stories or Are You Afraid of the Dark? The Fire Watcher Society, the Fireside Society. Anyways, I feel like we're gathering around, like, telling spooky stories and stuff. Okay, so Urban Explorer. Sorry that's so bright. It's probably blinding. There's not much I can do. It's bright for me too. Actually, hang on. I can probably maybe lower the brightness. That only works for me. Sorry guys, rip. Oh, I should probably turn it off, this song too. It's been going for a while. Okay, back to shuffling. Do you want random things to occur, paranormal or otherwise? Yeah, I definitely want something to be wrong. Like, I kind of want it to be sort of similar to the back rooms, where it could be easily explained that you fell through a maintenance shaft and now... Because I want the main thing of the game is... I'm spoiling it because you guys are now watching me tell you that it's not true, but the player is under the assumption that she fell through a maintenance shaft and now she's lost in kind of like a disused tunnel system underneath the main metro thing. Wait, that raises some problems. No, it doesn't. Okay. And she's desperately trying to get back up to her friend and stuff, and her friend is like, okay, well, you know, I got cell reception, I called the police, they're gonna start looking and stuff. But what was I gonna say? This is so hard to piece together. But I want the big twist to happen 2/3 into the game, and this is supposed to be a big twist. It's not going to be cool because I'm telling you guys what the twist is right off the bat. Her friend is eventually going to, you know, be waiting somewhere, and you're eventually going to meet up with her, and you're going to get to the exact place Naomi is at, and you're going to say, like, well, I'm here, and Naomi's like, well, I'm here, and the realization is that you're both occupying the same space, but Naomi is in the real world and you are not. So even though you've made it, you know, out of that lower system, I guess it's kind of similar to the Silent Hill movie where they make it out, but something is wrong with the world and they're not a part of the normal world a little bit. And so it's going to be like you're going to be on your phone and it's like, well, what do you mean? I'm right here on the map. It says station, I don't know how they do station, like station 6E, whatever. I'm looking at a stupid poster with a cat on it, you know, and Naomi's gonna finish it, and she's gonna be like, the cat that's got the I don't know, party hat on, and you're both gonna come to the realization that something is really wrong. So something like that. You'll be fighting to get there, and then you're gonna realize that it's not as simple as just finding your way out once you get there. Okay. So Urban Explorers gone missing. And subject to change, by the way. Oh, this is a good one. Okay, Urban Explorer's gone missing. Find one corpse. Journal. Maybe I could rip off Labyrinth. Maybe like during this one such instance, like so the character is there, and you can interact with walls, and she can use the spray paint to do that. And then actually she would probably use it to indicate where she went. So like if you end up in a room where it's like that, you know, she could write on the floor that way, you know, and that way if she loops back in, she knows that way is no good, or something like that. And then at some point, Like, she comes to a room and there's just like this weird smiley face or something. Or I don't know, I can't draw creepy. Done in a very similar kind of paint style, which is gonna be really eerie. But that's it, you know. Shoot. You know what I have to make for the Ib game tomorrow? I have to make, like a cute bunny thing. Like, you know how in Ib there were those, like, cute bunny things? Wait, was that Ib? And I have to, like, have it, and I can whip it out and put it on my head. Or maybe I could put one of the dolls. I can make, like, one of those weird dolls. And, like, have that sit on my head or something. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a great time on the Ib stream, provided I don't die. Okay, we're gonna move this guy away. Sorry. Let's rip off Labyrinth. Could be a section where there's some weird tracks going from one drain to another across the hall. Kind of a misdirect of what the horror aspect will be. From one drain to another. I heard that the game got a remake recently. Yeah, Ib, we're playing it tomorrow. The bunnies that made you go crazy? I know what you mean. I remember there being bunnies. Oh, fuck, that's right. They weren't actually bunnies. Okay, that's right. I was like, there's something wrong about them, and I can't remember. Let's see. When they both go use a restroom, one uses the toilet paper in one world, and the other person watches it disappear. Yeah, like, I could actually have, when they're arguing about them being in the exact same place, like, I could have Catherine just get pissed and throw something at the poster, and then have her, like, it like, splatter against it or whatever. Or something break or like cut it or whatever. Like maybe she runs over to the poster and just like tears it off the wall while she's like, nothing makes sense. And then have Naomi see that happen on her end where the poster just tears in half out of nowhere. Bunnies, the most evil of all animals next to cane toads. Yeah, Australia's had a bad history with rabbits and toads, hasn't it? Have you played Purgatory? No, always meant to. What do you think of Mogeko Castle? I was recommended to play that a long time ago. I meant to, but I never did. I still haven't played Ib, and that's a classic. Okay, so, yeah. We'll have that in there. Okay, I also want to have a flooded section. Maybe she doesn't trust the water and you have to do a thing where you, like, move boxes to kind of stay above the water to hop on. This might be complicated. Maybe you could have a scene where Catherine tries to find her location on GPS but gets a completely nonsensical location. Yeah, either that or not found or something. Like, she tries to open up maps, and it has her, like, in the Pacific Ocean. Like, over the Bermuda Triangle or something. Oh, I just said that! I said that before I read your comment, JXZX1. I don't know about linking the two worlds that directly. Maybe she throws something and nobody hears impact, like, muffled and distant. Maybe. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, stuff is dirty and, like, disheveled and derelict. But that's not necessarily how the real world looks. Pacific Ocean. Wait, no. You know what? And I think I might do a false lead. Naomi is stuck. She can't, like, she says she got out of the bathroom, but the shutters are down, so she can't go down to the platform. Police are there. They won't tell her what's happening. However, maybe about 20 minutes later in the game, she'll mention, okay, yeah, they raised the shutters, so I'm able to go down there. They say somebody jumped in front of a subway car. And then that might plant the seed that, wait, what if maybe that was Catherine, and she got hit and you're dead. I don't plan for that to be the case, but it could possibly, and then later on during another call, she'll mention that it was a guy, he left a briefcase behind or something, and then later you'll find the briefcase. So like a false lead, you know what I mean? So you don't know what to think. This is going beyond short horror game. Maybe have this end with a disappearance and prequel. Nah, I have no interest in like making a series or anything. Although I will definitely be reusing the character designs for my magnum opus or whatever, which was that other short game I was supposed to play. Well, I do plan for this to be a dialogue-heavy game. It isn't that much trouble to write dialogue. That's no such problem. But I need to have the character going places. So, you know what? Nutshell time. In a nutshell, I have other pages named this, so I have to specify. Cat and friend Naomi are out in NY, cheering up. Cat after breakup. Okay. Credit. Convenient. I think I spelled that wrong. Store to Subway. B1. Split. Naomi. Because a lot of the what you're hearing that's so big is pretty much just text between the main character and her friend. And that's not too hard to do. Naomi in bathroom. Player. I should just call her player. Player to platform. Player falls. So I don't know if I'll do the train thing. Player falls into maintenance. Okay, you know what? I will keep that. I will keep that. I'll just put K, actually. Player, I am not going to be writing player every time. Click K hears. Falls. Platform. Do subways beep? Do they blare? Do they have like a foghorn or something? Here's... I can't say train. Here's car. Like, okay, if you're on the tracks, do you say, oh crap, the car is coming? That doesn't sound right. You probably don't say, oh crap, the train is coming either. Whatever. Here's car coming. Runs. But... So, you know what? Maybe I won't have a shutter. Maybe I won't have a shutter that blocks off the platform from the... down where the rails are. Maybe I will give the player an option. They can try... Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give the player an option because it would be weird to not have this happen. So, you have fallen off of the platform. Right. And that sucks. We're all very sad for you. You have an option 1 of trying to run like that as the train is coming. Or, it doesn't matter either way, you're falling through that shaft. Or you can try to hop up onto the platform, but as you do, your foot slips and then you fall through. So if you try to run this way, you fall through to the maintenance shaft. If you try to get up on the platform, it doesn't matter, you end up slipping and falling through a maintenance shaft. Doesn't matter, but I'm giving the player the choice to try. Okay, so 1, try climb. Slips, falls. 2, try run. Falls. Oh, into, well, whatever. There we go. All roads lead to Rome. Trains have horns. Okay, that's it, a horn. But it's not a train, though. Subway train. Okay, the full word is subway train. Subway train. Okay, subway... These are terminologies I cannot get wrong if I'm making a game about these things. Okay. A creative applaud your efforts. It's mostly just how do I move player from point A to point B while making it not feel like a total cop-out. Okay, so player falls into maintenance shaft. Disused tunnel. Player, God, I'm calling her player again. K can call or auto event call from Naomi. N says came out of B room, shutters down, locked down. Okay, doesn't know what happened. Alright, let's see. Emu ponders how to railroad players through plot while making a subway level. Yeah, have to railroad them when it's the subway. Subway carts are driving over the tracks. The visual will be fun for either of the choices. Subway carts are driving over the tracks. Ah. I have to leave in 5 hours, so I'll catch some Z's. Thank you for joining us, Still Not a Human. Man, I'm sorry that it's so late for you. I'm really sorry, but this is typically when I do a lot of my work. I'm really sorry. Hope you get some good sleep. Okay. Kay observes disused tunnel. Okay, they'll talk some more, but that's not important for the nutshell. After exploring tunnels, finds a platform. Old, derelict, disused. And that will be the floor plan that we've been working so hard on. Okay. So there's that. I'll leave that page open for a little bit more, but we'll have Nutshell 2 here. So, after a certain point, you'll get another call from Naomi. They'll talk more about her discoveries. Naomi says... managed... Wait, did I talk about how it was locked down and there's cops? Okay, there we go, I did. You know what? I'm not going to say it's a man, that... because this is going to be the seed of doubt. Although I guess they wouldn't put the shutters... Guys, would they put the shutters down because somebody jumps in front of a subway and gets creamed? I think, like, don't they only do that if there's, like, a bomb threat or something? Oh, Merlin! Merlin's going too. Thank you for coming, Merlin. Appreciate it. Have a have a memo in a derelict transit office down that they're needing to be reinforcing the maintenance tunnel repair. What would that do, though? A memo... derelict transit office about needing to reinforce the maintenance tunnel repairs. Oh, suggesting that she, well, it wouldn't be in the old place, it'd be in the new place, wouldn't it? Because if the old place is abandoned, they wouldn't be writing to reinforce things, because this would have been in the past. Or something. But she did manage to tell the cops that Catherine ended up below. But then why wouldn't Catherine just stay where she is? They can't move it. It's covering the maintenance shaft. They can't move it. It's covering the maintenance shaft. Something jammed up, something broke, something like that. They say to sit tight. Can't move train. Derailed. Dude, if a guy jumps in front of a train, could it possibly derail? If you have time, I recommend reading Cliff Notes version of novel Metro 2033. It has a subway setting, has supernatural elements to it. Ooh, that could be fun. Naomi losing cell tower. Well, she's up there. You know, Catherine's the one that's down there. Doubtful. A train can hit a bus and not derail. Well, I assume they'd stop it to hose it off or something. You know what? I'll say that there was a bit of a... Oh no, I need a reason for them not to... You know what? I think the first seed of doubt isn't going to be the guy jumping in front of the train. What do you call it? A pillar, I guess? Okay, I'm gonna have to revamp this. See, like, stuff just keeps getting in the way, and I'm like, it's not gonna work. I have to redo this whole thing. There's bound to be casualties or something, you know what I mean? And that would explain why she can't tell the cops, you know, like, hey, by the way, I have a friend that's, like, lost down in the, you know. Let's see, human body is much too squishy, and blah, 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 yeah. I was working on a train once when we hit a bus. It was a boys' club school bus, too. Bus driver thought he could beat the train. Crap, is everybody okay? Was everybody okay, I guess? An earthquake might derail the train? Does New York get earthquakes? Mysterious fog, no, I need this grounded in reality. Like, the real world, like, what's-her-face may be in the back rooms, but the real world isn't affected. Life goes on. Okay, can't even... Oh. No, wait. I don't know if they'd tell her to sit tight with structural integrity issues. Maybe they would tell her not to wait directly below the derailed train and the collapsed pillar. Maybe they can say that the area is unstable. Some broken bones and some shook up students and drivers and kids. We were in a slow zone anyway, but even then, like 10 miles an hour, destroyed the bus. No! Did the train derail? Or maybe the cops don't take her seriously. Maybe they're like, no, I'll have that happen later. That's gonna be another surprise. Okay, so this is no longer needed. It was basically rewritten. We're gonna have a flooded area that could cause the train to have to use the emergency brake. Well, this is probably gonna be in the other world, but they don't know that yet. Plus it's gonna be in the lower tunnels anyway. They absolutely will tell her to wait unless civilization is collapsing. Self-rescue is never advised. Well, I don't believe it would be realistic for the cops to say, okay, go ahead and wait in the tunnel directly below the train that has derailed and the pillar that has collapsed, which caused the train derailing. The whole area is unstable. You know what I mean? I think it would be realistic for them to tell her to self-rescue if she is currently standing underneath a tunnel that may have collapsed and suffered structural damage. Like, they're not going to tell you to sit in a burning building. They're going to tell you to proceed to the nearest exit if you can, or at least wait there. I mean, yeah, and like I said, if you actually read the thing, they are telling her to wait there for help at an exit, but rather than remaining directly in a tunnel below the train. Emperor Zoran, good night. Good night. Let's see. Top causes of railroad accidents. Well, you could just say, like, what the top 3 are. Like, one is probably garbage, and another is probably cars, and, like, another is probably rail, issues. She just doesn't have to move rubble. I feel like self-rescue is an option. Yeah. I don't think anyone's gonna tell you to sit in a tunnel that may collapse, possibly. Safely exit the area using emergency exits. Yeah, and there's no reason for the cops. Like, the cops are on scene. The cops are not sitting at a desk being like, okay, according to these plans, there are no emergency exits. It's been sealed off. Like, they're just gonna be like, well, listen, don't sit directly below it. Proceed to emergency exit. We'll get to you. Because there's probably casualties. It's jammed. The ambulances are trying to, let's see. Rail shattering, speeding, and obstruction of tracks, if I remember right. Hey, I practically got them all. Okay. Sounds like the city of Kent? What is it called? Bale, that's it. I am dead with the $20. I haven't been able to catch the previous streams thanks to work, but at least now I can afford to send super chats now. Always good to see you. No! If you're just able to afford it, don't send them. Just type a nice message and say, hey, hi, and I'll be like, hey, hi. You don't have to pay anything. If I don't see it, then just do it a couple times, and I promise eventually I'll see something. But thank you so much, I am dead. I really appreciate it. I hope your work is going well. And remember, these are always going to be VODs if you're ever interested in trying a VOD. Okay. Tries to find exit, puzzles, and scares. Okay. Naomi. Namo. Fuck. Namo call. Left the area. Case it. Where's going? Like south, east, west, whatever. I don't know. I'll pick one of those. God, I did it again, Namo. No. Pop, pop, pop. Alright, let me do one. The only time they advise self-rescue is if you are away from civilization. I don't know if that's true. Like if you're on a sinking ship or something, they're not gonna be like, just chill out in your cabin. Just actually they do that. That's why a bunch of Korean kids on a school trip fucking died. It's because all the teachers told them not to move and not to do anything. So literally all the good school kids stayed where they were, and when the ship sunk, they fucking died, except for the ones that didn't listen and decided to go up to the top and like maybe jump off. Namo is kind of a cool name. Namo is their new name. Otherwise, you can't convince me otherwise. Do you know the way? I miss you, Gone and Knuckles. Perhaps the hole itself could cause the train to derail. Well, that's the thing. I'm spoiling it, but the next Naomi call is that... well, maybe not. Maybe, I don't know, because if it was going to happen, it would probably happen right about here. But I'm going to have Naomi, like, worst case, I'm going to have her say, by the way, like, I actually got to talk to, like, a worker, and they looked at the floor plan, and they're not seeing any maintenance shaft. So, like, maybe it's so old, it's not in the plans, or something like that, which, plants another seed of doubt. In fact, I'm going to do that. Legend of Dragoon had such a good menu. There we go. Last time I was on a sinking ship, they told me specifically to stay in my cabin. Never fucking listen to them when they tell you that. If a ship is sinking, you do not want to be too low on the ship. Like, never... okay, well, listen. Wait, for legal reasons, this is not advice. But I don't know. Like, what are they gonna do? Yell at you? Like, if the ship is sinking, they're not gonna have the manpower to, like, have a guy force you back into your cabin, right? Hold on, I am asking all passengers to stay calm and remain in their personal cabins while the staff procure the lifeboats. Okay, listen, I don't know. Like, if it's not a big deal, I can understand. But the problem is, what if something happens and the ship sinks even faster? Or what if, it's suddenly, something gives and suddenly it starts rotating? I'm flashing back to that Italian cruise ship where they were like, there's no problem, tell them to stay in their cabins, and then everyone that did fucking died. So, I don't know. I can't give you legal advice, but I would probably not be staying in my cabin. I would probably be making my way slowly, patiently up to the first, top deck, whatever, near a railing, so that if I need to go down, I'll go down on my own terms. First Blood of the Nightbot. Yeah! I'm assuming you've seen the Internet Historian video on the Costa Concordia. Yes. Yes. Fucking awful. And it happened to those Korean students, too. I'm sure it's happened a lot. How many times do you think that's happened? Where, like, something is sinking or burning, and a lot of people died because they listened to the leaders or the speakers or the public people that were like, hey, don't worry about it, just stay where you are, don't leave, don't panic, just sit there, and then they died. Primary worry is people panicking and managing to injure themselves / others or falling off the vessel in something unforeseen. Yeah, I understand that. Panicking crowds and stuff, crowd crush, that can be really dangerous too. So I get it. Like, on one hand, you have basically telling people to wait in their cabins and die. On the other hand, you have telling them there is an issue and risking everyone panicking and running up and die, and causing injuries and stuff. I don't know. There's a delicate balance in there somewhere, but I would honestly prefer it to be in the hands of the people. Like, if there's a panic and people get hurt, then that's the mob hurting the mob. But, versus, listening to leaders and then dying because they were negligent, That being said, I'm not staying in my cabin if that thing looks like it's tilting. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you're in a boat and it's sinking and it's taking on water and they're like, hey, just chill out in your cabin. Would you? I wouldn't. There's like 9 deaths on the Concordia. Yeah, and they were all or at least mostly from people that just stayed in their cabin because they were told to. Or at least some of them were. I don't know if all 9 were, but I'm pretty sure I heard stories about that happening. Tries to find exit, puzzles and scares. Left the area. Okay, gonna try and meet up. So that's a good, really strong, if they were doing their jobs right, they wouldn't be telling you to remain if the ship is a sink risk. Yeah, but on the other hand, maybe they really are just trying to evacuate sections at a time so you don't end up with a big crush all running for the lifeboats. So, I get it. I do. But the problem is, I'm not gonna gamble my life on them being correct about the amount of time we have to evacuate, See, it's a practice drill and highly need you to participate, so there's no panic. Yeah, see, and that's fucked up too. Everyone's like, oh, it's a drill, I'm gonna ignore it. And then, meanwhile, it's sinking and nobody's prepared because they think it's a fucking drill. I can solve this, don't get on a ship. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it may be asking you guys to suspend belief, but I have a hard time imagining the cops telling Naomi to tell Catherine to remain in the tunnel, the partially collapsed, the tunnel below the partially collapsed tunnel in the derailed train. If they die, then they best die in an orderly way. Yeah. Meaning, sure thing, if it means so. And plus, she talked to a cop. She literally talked to a first responding cop. We get situations where cop all the time don't know what they're talking about, so I don't even know if that would be a suspension of disbelief, because some random cop on the scene, hey, my friend says that they're in a shaft below the train, what should she do? Oh, well, the tunnel's partially collapsed. I would recommend making her way to the exit. Yeah, there. Or waiting at an exit if the shutters are down. Okay. Any noticeable plot holes? I don't notice any, but that's just me. No, so far it's pretty solid. Friends are out. Friends go to the thing. Friends splits up, goes to the bathroom. You end up falling over into the platform. And in your attempt to climb up back onto the platform or run away from a train that you can hear coming, you end up falling down a shaft. And while down in the tunnels, you managed to get a hold of your friend. Apparently there was a bit of a collapse. A pillar fell in front of a train. Everything's a wreck up there. She talks to a cop, says to look for any exits and then wait there if she can't get above ground, and they'll send help as soon as they clear away some of the rubble or whatever. And now she's not really listening because every door she finds seems to be blocked off. So she's solving puzzles, she's getting spooked. It seems like maybe there's something not right about the area. She's able to keep in contact with Naomi, but that's about it. So no plot holes that I can find anyway. At least none that won't be easily squashed if they do come up. Just stay where you are and wait for rescuers to come get you. Yeah, but they wouldn't say that if it looks like the tunnel is possibly going to collapse. Because like I said, it was a pillar that fell in front of the train, which not only derailed the train, but that's like a structure. That's like a load-bearing pillar. Self-rescue is an ideal course of action in a confined space, provided you can move. Yeah, exactly. She's just in a tunnel, Nothing's happened down there yet, but the floor above them is having issues. Been off being super uncle, not done yet. Gonna be a long night morning. Ooh. Cop legally has to tell you to remain in case you injure yourself climbing into the damaged area. Well, they're not telling her to climb out. I think they're just telling her to look for an exit, because she's not in the damaged area. She's on a different floor. Think of it as a building. If you were in a building and the floor above you had some structural problem, they probably wouldn't be telling you to remain in the building, would they? They'd probably be just saying, okay, proceed to the exit. Now, if if you're trying to get out of the building and the structural issue is in your way, then I can understand them telling you to wait. Will the game have enemies? I don't know yet. I don't know. There's gonna be threats and there's gonna be bad ends, but it's not gonna be like, oh, a zombie shuffles out of the darkness and grabs for you. I feel like that ruins the horror. That's not the kind of horror I'm going for at the moment. It's almost like the environment itself is kind of malicious, you know what I mean? Like, think Silent Hill, like the other world, you know? It's just like there's something wrong, like there's something sick about it, or something that defies logic and reason. The damaged area's above her, she's below it. If she waited, it would be like, yeah, exactly. I understand people are saying, well, they wouldn't tell you to self-rescue yourself, and it's like, well, they would if you're right below a collapsed tunnel, like, they would say, look for an exit, you know? Like, she's in a tunnel that is fine at the moment, but something above her is given. So, okay, I'm not gonna argue that point anymore. This is the way I feel about it. If you wanna have a game where they tell her to sit tight and she does, then that's okay. Or maybe I can have her argue in the game. You know what? I could probably have this exact argument in the game where Naomi's like, oh, well, the cop says to just stand there. And the cat's like, didn't he just say that, like, the tunnel has partially collapsed and a pillar gave way and there's, like, a derailed train above me? Yeah, the cop says to stand there. Okay. Let's see. Suddenly, ow, Oni. Call the fire department, ask what they recommend. I'm not calling my fire department. I'm not gonna bother them over something like this. As for her calling the fire department, no other numbers are working. You ever play Shadow of Madness on the PS1? You get attacked by mimes in the park? What the fuck? Alright, I'm looking this up. Oh, this is that weird alternate track. Let me skip this one. I have never heard of this game. It looks cool, though. It looks chonky. That actually looks kind of cool. It's got the. It looks like a Dragoon with the weird, like, rendered poly stuff. Shadow of Madness was something. Had the unfortunate luck of coming out around the same time as Final Fantasy VII. No. How's the music in that? What the hell is the main character art? Like, there's this chicken green, and she's basically just wearing a thong. What is that? Okay, enough of that. Okay. Yeah, so whether the cops say stay below the collapsed tunnel or see if you can find an exit, I don't know. We'll find out. Her Nightmare Creatures is oh, I've heard that one. I saw Cat Icarus talk about it. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Okay, so more puzzles. I'm also just kind of at a space where I haven't really planned out this part, so I'm kind of just staring at the empty paper. That's a good point. You could have the voice she heard could have been a steam pipe or something. Maybe. I don't know. Interesting. Don't forget to make the puzzles moon logic. Never, ever. I really like making it grounded, though. Because there's nothing more pissing off. You know, it pisses you off because you try really hard to solve it on your own. You spend like an extra hour trying to solve it. And then you break down, you cheat, you look up the answer, and it's something you never would have guessed. And you're so pissed off, you're like, okay, whatever. Anytime I spend more than 2 minutes wondering what to do, I'm just going to cheat from now on. You know? And I don't want to end up in that kind of thing. Let's see. Okay. More of the game suggests. Alright, I need some water. I'm drying out here. Plus, this is a really good, this is like for the war plans part of the game. I think I named some of these tracks. I really strongly feel like I did. I think this was one I might have named. Or maybe I renamed them, maybe because I didn't like them, because I think some of the names were uninventive. It was just like, oh, it's this city, oh, it's this fort. And I was like, okay, well, this normally plays when there's war plans and unrest, so I'm going to name it that. I could be insane, though. I could be misremembering. Let's see. One of the game suggests in notes that they now... Okay, that didn't look whatever. Functioning. I know what I want to do there. Okay, they were once functioning, but closed after. My stomach is growling. I'm so hungry, man. All I had today was a bowl of ramen. Have a sip of vinegar. Actually, I did have a kombucha today, speaking of vinegar. Let's see. Okay, you ready for Nutshell 3? This isn't much of a nutshell. Nutshells are supposed to be like 1 page long, but whatever. Okay. I don't think I spelled that right. Eventually, want rendezvous up to a public platform. Okay, there we go. Eventually. Okay. Back on shuffle now. Shin Black. Oh man, Shin Black's a good one. That's one, I think, there's one with like bone broth and stuff. Good stuff, good stuff. I haven't played Secret World in years. The lore and atmosphere in that game was so good. Yeah, I remember playing that game back when I had like a free weekend or whatever. And they had that town where like everyone walked out of the town and into the water because there was a siren call. Good stuff. I still have the siren song as a file on my phone somewhere. Let's see. So what do they call that? Like, okay, so you've got this platform and you've got like the train and stuff. So like, is this called a station? And like if you walk like a couple miles, like, and there's another station and stuff. So these are called stations then, you think? What's your favorite ramen? Hard to say, hard to say. Shin Black is like top tier, in my opinion. Ooh, station. Okay, station it is. Wait, hang on. Wait. Maybe I shouldn't have that last part in there. Okay, guys, so if there was like a massive wreck at this station, right, and it like right here, what would happen with like the other stations and stuff? Like, did stations only go like in two directions? Like, can't they branch off? Like, just because this station's kaput, like, what if there's, like, another station here? Like, would they still be running? Or even if they have a clear going on here, maybe they would still be shut down because of possible structural problems? Like, how would that work? If you want to overanalyze it, station is literally from there at the workstation. Huh. Can you do your best meow impression? Like, meow? Like, cat meow? Or do you want like pop cat pops? Alright, let me see. Lips are dry, hang on. That's all I got. Yeah, actually that's a good question. Is it like this kind of pop? Or this? Because they're both different kinds of pops. I'm gonna be honest, I have no clue. I know, right? I feel like it would definitely be a safety issue if one station was shut down for possible structural issues, but these stations aren't going to be within like 50 feet of each other. These stations are miles apart, right? Popcat is your spirit animal. I think Meowth is my spirit animal. Of course, the guy named Neko would ask for cat meows. I think the train conductor would be notified about slowing down. I believe there are alternate tunnels for emergencies. Now there's something. Because if you see here, the grand reveal is like, okay, well, keep heading that way. I'm heading that way too. Eventually there's gotta be a stairway or a shaft or a ladder up. And eventually they do arrive at the same station. But when Kat gets there, it's dark, it's shuttered, and she's like, oh crap, you know, Naomi's not going to be able to get in here because it's shuttered. So she calls her, and Naomi's like, well, what are you talking about? I'm here. I've been waiting here for like 5 minutes. There's no shutters. I'm at Station X. There's lots of people here, actually. The subway is running, too. But is that dumb? Should she not say that there's tons of people here? Like, I don't know. Would they shutter it? Would they bother shuttering a station that's like 10 miles away? Okay, they'd likely need to keep alt stations open is not to have travel. Okay, so travel probably wouldn't be completely shut down. Okay. Let's see. It's just ironic, I forgot I was on this account. Yeah, we know, we're just messing with you, Neko. When you talk continuously, your avatar, yeah. Okay. So the station's probably still going to be going, and it's just using alt travel. Okay, so I should keep that line in. So I could have the game end here. I could 1000% have the game end here. Like you finally got... Maybe I should do that. So you finally reunited with your friend, you climbed out of the lower levels, etc. And you're there, but you're worried that because it's shuttered, she's not going to be able to be there. So you call her, she calls you, whatever. She's already waiting there. It's not shuttered, it's bright, it's full of people. And... I guess I should have some reveal that maybe you were one of the casualties when the pillar fell over. And maybe you being shoved over the side of the platform wasn't you being shoved over, it was the pillar collapsing on top of you. So I could totally end the game there. I could totally end the game. It would be bad, and you wake up in the hobo bunker community from Hell Knight. That community was actually kind of cool, I'll say. I could totally end it there. And the review is that you were dead the entire time, and you've become a ghost. But that's kind of fucking obvious, isn't it? Like, the whole reason I set up the thing collapsing, you know, was so the player would be like, because I wasn't originally planning to end it there. I had a good scary ending, and I had a zinger too. But I could end it here. I could absolutely end it here. Wish I lived in the hobo bunker. Shut up. You're dead all along is cheap and should be a red herring. Yeah, that's what I thought too. But at the same time, this is baby's first horror game. I need to keep this, like, limited to 3 pages or something. Because where can you possibly go from here? You're there. You're there at the platform. You've made it. But it's still shuttered. You're still locked in there. Maybe I should have this a bad ending. This could be a bad ending, and there's a true ending. That you need to perform certain things to gain access to one more area. Because I do have a good ending planned, and it is a zinger, but I don't know how to get there from here. Also, wasn't the you're dead? Yeah, exactly. It's one of my least favorite ones, but I feel like I'm kind of at a dead end here. Like, and plus, also, I need to remember that this isn't... I don't need this to be a magnum opus. I don't need this to be fantastic. This is literally just me screwing around with events and art and putting them together to maybe make something that a person, a human being can play through. Purgatory setting. Did you ever play an internet flash game called Darkness Episode 3? It's set in a subway too. Dude, I think I played Darkness 1. Or I tried to. My friends made me play because I was the only one brave enough. Like, there was this one of them was set in a home, and I think, like, the sequel was set in a hospital, and there was a scary, like, nurse wandering around, and you had to hide behind, like, certain curtained-off areas, and she would check some of them, and she was, like, a ghost nurse. It was scary. It was scary as fuck, man. Gee. What circumstances need to happen for your proper ending? Do you need to be back at the original station? Man, this is one thing that I was hoping to keep under wraps, like, that you guys wouldn't know about, so that even if you were here for every second and you played the game, it would be a surprise. But I do have another ending. So, I have avoided talking, like, you may have noticed that as I've written stuff, like, I've avoided talking about the hauntings and the accidents and the disappearances and the lore. Fuck, it's a good one too. I don't want to... okay, well, whatever. You guys are part of the backstage right now. So, the way I was Maybe the game ends with the bad ending for your first game making. Yeah, and then I could like release it on Steam, expanded with more endings and stuff for money. No spoilers, keep us blind. Well, here's the problem. I don't know how to get to the true ending. Like, I have it planned. I actually have it written. I have it written on a page further down. Like, here's the items and stuff. I've got it written down. You know you can keep these things hidden from us, yeah? True, but the problem is I have no idea to get from this point to that point. Because where do you go? Where do you go? Where do you go? Okay, yeah, tell you what, I won't tell you guys what the ending I have planned is, but it definitely involves the player going back down into the weird tunnels, into like the empty tunnels, and it does involve like a clearly locked, partitioned off area. Like it looks like someone tried very hard to keep something inside either the door or the wall or whatever. And I can't talk about the other thing that it's like a different I can't talk about it because it's kind of going to give it away a little bit. Because I want it to be subtle. Good morning. Good night. Why not have said to collaborate from beyond dimensions? You don't need to reveal it all. Kobeti, oh wow. It's 1 a.m. for me. Like a maze puzzle. Start at the end and figure out how you got there. Dude, that's literally what I did. The first thing I wrote down for this thing was the ending. The problem is, I don't know how to connect the... Like, because this game is like... No, hang on. Right now, here's where it started. Here's where it ended. Here's like a major point. Here's another major point. Here's where we are right now. And here's the proper ending. I don't know how to bridge the gap. Because this is, like, you can't come back from this. You realize that you're at the station, she's at the station, you're both standing in front of the same damn poster, and you're not occupying the same space. Like, where do you go from that? That's when the credits roll, you know what I mean? How do I get Kat back down into the tunnels, or whatever? Why would she go back down into the tunnels? Where's the gap? Right here. Right here. You can still talk via cell phone, so maybe try another route. But what other route is there? Because they prove it pretty, like, it's impossible for them to be mistaken. They're both looking at the same poster and describing it. They're both at the same station and they're describing it. The only thing that I can think of that would make Catherine go back down into the tunnels or think she has a snowball's chance in hell, because an average person that reconnects with their friend only to find out that the weird limbo derelict tunnels they've been in aren't actually like that, and their friend is occupying the same space they are, they're gonna think, oh my god, I'm dead. I'm in limbo, I'm in purgatory. Like, that's why Chad has been saying limbo, purgatory the whole time, because that is what the reasonable person would take from this situation. The only thing I can think of to make her not think that is for her to think that she ended up in a weird other world, and that there's still a chance she can return to the proper world. Okay, wait, maybe we can do this. And the reason she would think that is believing that she somehow, the way she got into the other world is the way that she needs to get into the real world. Like, whatever happened to put her in the other world needs to happen again so she can return to the real world, like a portal or a door or something. Limbo of the Lost. gonna play that song. Hang on. Alright, hold up, guys. Black Mirror, I think. Black Mirror? Is it Black Mirror? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, Dark Mirror. King of Limbo. Why am I suddenly reminded that I need to play Eternal Darkness? Man, I always meant to play that. Just realized I can just listen in while I work, so I've returned. Sounds like you have some neat lore. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Maybe the friend manipulates Cat into going back down, or there's subtle clues around to entice the player to go back down. Yeah. She has to have a reason to go back down. So maybe I'll have... What the fuck? Let's see. You could have the two girls suggest that clearly they aren't in the same tunnel because they can't see each other. One of them must be wrong, or so they think. That's a good point. Deny reality because reality clearly isn't being very logical. There was a door. I'll have it so that there's a really weird door at the end of a long tunnel. It looks like a heavy-duty industrial door. And it has an exit sign over it. But the problem is, the door is... I want it to be like there's something weird about it. There's something really, really weird about it. Okay, fuck it. There's no way for me to talk through this while keeping the while keeping it off. So if you hate spoilers, you might want to... I mean, it's not a great, amazing... Well, I guess it is. I don't know. It's not going to sound like much because rather than experiencing it for real in a game, you're basically hearing a Wikipedia article talk about it. So this is going to happen after the point that we've just talked about, where they come to the realization. I want Naomi to be a dork. I want her to be the silly, kind of chill of the two. And, there's going to be a point where something changes, and I want it to be subtle, which is why it's supposed to be a twist, except you guys are hearing about it. Scratched up door. Yeah, I was thinking that, but I almost feel like that's... why would you touch it then? Why would you touch it? I need the player to be kind of suspicious, but not really have a founding for their suspicion. So anyways, she's a dork. I had a bit of dialogue planned for, because reception is so spotty and you literally can't call anyone else, and sometimes the call outright drops between them. Naomi starts saying, Roger, and Kat gives her shit about it. It's like, that's stupid. We're not on walkie-talkies. And she's like, yeah, but, the call keeps dropping, so how am I going to know if you stopped talking or if the call dropped? So just say Roger at the end of everything. I want there to come a time where she stops doing that, even though she's been doing it for the longest time. And I want it to be where it's very subtle, but she's a little bit less of a goofball. She's a little bit less pop culture-y. And the reason for this is that at some point, you're not talking to her anymore, or the person you're talking to isn't Naomi anymore. And I want Naomi in quotes, to start saying, I want it all to lead to this door. And of course there's not fucking Japanese seals on it, the way that it would be in Japan. And I don't want crosses to be on it either, because that's a little overplayed, don't you think? There's no reason to be fucking Stars of David either. That's also really weird. But I want this door to be bad news. But I want the player to have enough reasons not to kind of disregard that knowledge. I want it heavily chained up. And for this to happen, though, I don't think that meeting Naomi on the subway station and having it be the same place and realizing they're occupying different realities. It's that wouldn't be able to happen to make this ending happen. And Naomi's basically going to be like, yeah, you know, it's right over here, but there's this big door, you know, and you know, if you could get the chain off and if you could open it. So basically someone that sounds like Naomi, but if the character pays attention to like Naomi's personality and speech and, you know, it's clearly not Naomi, and it's convincing the player to use the bolt cutters to get the chain off to open the door. And there's a little bit that happens after that. There's no reason for me to tell you guys about that because that's the ending. But yeah, I wanted to, let's see. No, I can't have Naomi immediately not be Naomi off the bat because like Naomi talking to the cops and telling you to move, like that would be brilliant, but the problem is that's like the second call she gives you and you're going to be talking to Naomi throughout the entire game. So Naomi killed Naomi, I take it, then replaced her. Could be while she was like looking for you, she ended up in a area and she was killed. Or it could be that just at this point something is manipulating you, and because I want it to be where in the ending where you do get the door open, you immediately get a call while you're on a call with Naomi, and you look at your phone and it says Naomi's calling you, and you're just really puzzled, so you answer it, and it's Naomi, the actual Naomi. But she's completely confused about what's been transpiring, so she hasn't been able to get a hold of you in like the last hour. And then that's when everything goes wrong because you open the door. So yeah. Plastered with pictures of dead people like a memorial. That's a really good one. But the problem is I want this to be, that's a really good one, but I want it to be like the door has not been opened since like the place was closed in like the 80s or 70s or whatever. Or maybe it was. No, maybe it has been opened. Maybe it's been opened many times. And then something bad happens and then it closes again. Like it's feeding. But no, Matt Hugh, it's a good one. But if I kill Naomi, there's no big reveal that absolutely finalizes that whoever you've been talking to is not Naomi. Got scanned by a scam caller. Do not redeem. Like it automatically changes to like an Indian accent, and she's like, "Okay, listen." And, like you go through the door, and it's a fucking Walmart. She's like, "Listen, you need to buy all the Google Play gift cards, and you need to redeem them. And you need to not redeem them. You need to tell me what the number is." So yeah, something like that. Something like that. So, yeah, the hinges are super rusted, the floor is coated in dust, but you can see drag marks along the floor where the door may have opened. The filth on the floor has a few handprints in it. That's a good one. That's good. What do you call that? Where the words make you picture it in your head, like, not alliteration, descriptors. What's the word? There's like a specific literary term that I can't think of because I'm so tired. Google Play gift cards, I'm sold. Go to your local Home Depot and tell me the code of the $500 cards. Diction? Yeah, maybe that's it. Not symbolism. Imagery. I think imagery might be it. Could be that MC can't climb back up, and that door is the only last possible way back up. Yeah, all roads lead to Rome. Why not it first look normal, but once you open it, it changed to all the crawl. Maybe. That's a good point. Yeah, imagery. Imagery was the word I was thinking of. Okay. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. Yeah, but you see, this is the ending I had planned, and that's why I was so frustrated being over here, you know. Listen, you need to update your current operating system. Okay, we're good. I'm tired. I am hungry. I got attacked by the fucking hawk today, by the way. I'm trying to save that story for when I play Ib tomorrow. But the fucking female hawk just dove at me, and I just happened to turn my head at the right time, and it clawed my ponytail and yanked some hair out. But man, it has been a rough day, and I'm hungry and I'm tired. And I've still got to work on the little bunny for Ib, I think. Okay. 5 minutes. Alexa, set timer for 8 minutes. How about at the
Starting now.
looping hallway puzzle? You could reach this ending door after you solve that looping puzzle. Yeah, maybe. Same hawk? What did you do to her? I committed the crime of being like 30 feet away from the nest in a completely different area, you know? Well, you got attacked by a bird again. Yeah, last year it was the female owl, and I was out at night in the same area. And today I was feeding the squirrels, and that's what happened. I don't know, maybe one of the squirrels decided to jump on another squirrel because it decided that, like, 5 of them came at me. So I was trying to feed them, one of them jumped on another one, being territorial, and it squealed. And I wonder if that got the hawk's attention, where it was like, oh my god, there's a predator. Hey, look, you, and like it just dove at me. So I don't know. It's looks like the hawk won. I got so freaking lucky. I could feel how much force it had in that. And the fact that it pulled hair, not from the ponytail, but before the ponytail is bunched, means that at least one of the claws, like, got my scalp, practically. Listen here, stay away from the nest. The nest isn't even in the same yard. Birds really hate you, huh? Female birds hate me. The men have all been chill. Maybe the door just doesn't make sense being there. Like, the door's in the... Oh, fuck, I'm gonna have to fucking steal from... What's that R.L. Stein book me and Eddie were working on? Trapped. Like, it's bricked off. Or something. Yeah. Like, it's just bricked off. Say what you will about Limbo of the Lost, this song is kick-ass. Or whatever. But how would the protagonist do anything about that? Plus, I really feel like I'm ripping off of Trapped. Although it... You know, like, brick wall, something's behind the brick wall. But then again, that's also kind of vague, isn't it? Thing behind brick wall. You know, like, you're a titan and that hawk is named Aaron. It's going for your nape. I'm so lucky I turned my head. I just happened to turn my head because it was going at me from behind. And I think it was going to do what it's done to a family member twice and a neighbor, like, twice, where as it's going, it uses its claws to just scrape, basically what the owl did. The owl got me from behind, too. They target the back of your head is what they do. And those owl talons just raked across my scalp, and I was bleeding all over the place last time. You're not playing Limbo, you're playing Dragoon OST. Yeah, I'm playing a YouTube video, but the VLC media player is still open, and I paused Legend of Dragoon. But if you're interested in this song, it's called Dark Mirror Theme for Limbo of the Lost. Like you said, it doesn't have to be complex. Sometimes less is more. Light shining through a gap behind a brick wall. If I do that, the character is going to want to put their eye up and look through and see Naomi. But of course we know nothing is behind that wall. Nothing good anyway. So no, I can't have any light. I mean, it's going to be like clearly like, of course it's not going to belong. I can't have writing here because it's going to give away that something has suggested that you can leave that way, which I don't want Naomi and the subway to be saying the same message. That would make it obvious. You need to wear an ice cream bucket on your head to protect yourself. It works for us. I can't believe we were just talking about this like a day or two ago and then it happened to me. I've got a bike helmet. I can't be the only one hearing the Attack on Titan theme? What? What theme? Like the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's completely different, isn't it? Dot, 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 dot. Okay. Seriously though, you got attacked by an owl? Yeah. Same nest too. They've been fighting over the nests forever. Yeah, owl attacked me, female. She was super aggressive, got me a bunch of times. I thought it felt like someone wrapped like a brick in a thick blanket and then chucked it at the back of my head. Like, I was stunned, and then I didn't even realize I was bleeding until like later. But yeah, that was rough. You need some nets, deep fryer. Oh, she's just being a protective mama hawk. I'm sure her babies have hatched by now. I got this letter. The door might have a noticeable steam like gas escape. Well, see, then Naomi wouldn't be like, hey, come on over. This is leading up to the proper way. Like, it's gotta seem like a way that like, through it is the way to the real world, you know, or something. Gotta sing the rest of the theme song. No. So I think that's just about where we are. Whether it's a brick wall or a chained up wall, quote unquote Naomi is convincing the player to... Well, see, okay, this makes sense because I can get her to get some bolt cutters and unseal it. This, on the other hand, what does the player do about that? Like, okay, Naomi, I hear ya. I'm just gonna, like, run at this brick wall and maybe, like, break my shoulder trying to ram through it. Hey, I left a note in the gap of that brick wall. Well, there's a gap in the brick wall. There's no reason why you couldn't hear Naomi. You know what I mean? Maybe make a bad ending where you get Cask of a Myth. Man, that was a good one. I think that was my favorite thing that Poe ever did. I still need to watch House of Usher. I have no idea what that story's about. I mean, I kind of know how it ends, but I think there's like a movie with Stephen King or something. Not Stephen King, Vincent Price, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. I may be mistaken. How about Eerie Light? Maybe the color red. Okay, that would definitely be ripping off Trapped, because it is a red mist that lurks behind the brick wall, made of brick dust and angry teenager ghost angst. And I don't want it to be oozing black ooze or oozing mist or oozing steam or oozing darkness or oozing red light, because again, the player is meant to be tricked into thinking that once they get past this wall or door, they will be reunited with Naomi and they will walk out of there. You know, so it can't be anything malevolent other than the idea that something had it sealed. And of course, that's the thing, you can explain it away. Okay, well, you know, these are disused tunnels, they sealed it off. Yeah, but if you really think about it, like, what, from the inside? I never read Trapped, now I'm a plagiarist, nah, it's fine. But yeah, I don't want it to be outwardly malicious looking, but there are signs that if you really step back and think about it, maybe it's not a good idea to open it. Bad ending for this game, you get snatched by a giant hawk. Alright, well, I think this is about where we are. I'm gonna finish it off with a little bit of pixel art, I think. We'll make a poster. What kind of poster are we gonna make, you guys? Because, yeah, clearly I've got more brainstorming I really need to do. We are so... Alexa, off! Okay, just in time, too. We are so close. There we go. Won't seeing Naomi behind the wall motivate the player to get past the wall? True, but one, I don't want any windows on it. I want this to look like an industrial steel door or something. Two, we don't need to see Naomi because the player has been speaking to Naomi and is still under the impression they are speaking to Naomi. And Naomi is like, yeah, I see it. It's a big bricked off wall, or, you know, it's a door, but I can't get it open. It feels like something's like preventing it from opening or something like that. And that's going to be the thing. I could use a steam pipe voice idea for this. The sound coming from behind the wall. The Naomi mentioning hearing something behind a wall. Maybe, but I also remember the character was just, Catherine was just tricked into this whole mess because she heard someone or something crying or asking for help, and that's how she ended up in the other world. So she's probably going to be a little less trusting about what she hears. But the phone, you know, her calling Naomi has never burned her, so she's probably going to be less, yeah. Would it be possible to give the area a warm and somewhat bright hue that makes it seem enticing and welcoming? Gaslit by a malevolent station. Yeah, I can definitely control the lighting in the game. I could raise it a few octaves by like yellow and red on the RGB scale. I just noticed cat cam. Okay, here we go. So what kind of poster are we gonna make, you guys? This one's just for practice. I can make different ones, like torn, peeling ones. Because it's paper, I don't necessarily want it looking too neat. Or who knows, maybe that's a terrible idea. I need something a little bit simple too. Because, like, I don't want to spend half an hour making a poster that the player's gonna roughly glance at. Lots of footprints going inside the door, none leaving. It needs to look like it's never been open. Like, see, that's the thing. Should I make it look like this has been a periodic thing where people are lured to the door and taken? And then it closes and, like, what, relocks itself? I don't know if that makes sense. I think that it could be that something was trying to get her to open the door so that it could come out, right? I think. Although that could also raise a possible plot hole of why is everything else trying to kill Naomi? Why is everything else in the subway trying to kill Kat if the idea was to get her to that thing so she could open the door, because it can't open the door itself? But then you could probably also explain it as that it's just other spirits. Maybe victims trying to kill her so it doesn't let it out or something. I don't know. Movie play poster could be location visit Boomshire. Have you seen this man in your dreams? Okay, we're gonna try something here. Nope, we gotta get rid of you. Looks like geese. This almost feels like the language in Jack and Daxter, you know what I mean? Maybe I should just pixel over like an existing classic movie thing, you know what I mean? Because why am I putting like so much effort into this? I really shouldn't be. This is the wrong thing. You have to work smart, not hard, and this is the wrong thing to be putting effort into. What does this remind you of? It's reminding me of something. And I think I know what, but I want to see if you guys get the same heebie-jeebies from it. Cheese. Yeah, it looks like cheese or geese or something. Precursor script. Man, the first one is like my comfort game. Yeah. Jack and Daxter, good times. Looks like John Wayne, looks like a Wild West cowboy. Okay, nobody's getting it yet. Which is good. That means it doesn't look too ripped off. Oh, there goes my layers. have to work on the shadows. Good enough, I guess. Nah, it's way too light. Nam, why the cat? Because I can literally use any PNG image with the mouth open and closed and blinking. So I said, hey guys, if you want me to use a model, I literally could not give a fuck. Give it to me and maybe I'll use it. So MissKittens, in all her amazing talent, whipped up this cat. And it is a fine cat, I must say. Indiana Jones, you got it! You got it. Suka Blian. Kakeli Ulysse. Thank you. Good job. Good job. Oh my god, Popcat. Also, hello everyone. Hello, Maris. There we go. Okay, we're just about done here. Yeah, Dark Mirror has like a really nice, chill, theme to it, and I really dig it. I think that's the only good thing to come out of Limbo the Lost, aside from like the memes and stuff. Okay, so you look at this and, oh god, he's way out of center. I need to have something... Alright, this is just really, really too far. Wait, why would there be like a movie poster in a subway, though? Does that happen a lot? Let's see. Good kitty with giant mouth. You and your Indiana Jones fixation. Indiana Jones and the Curse of the Midnight Station. Ah, good stuff. Midnight Station. That could be a good name. Alright, that's going in the name notepad. Oh, fuck! No, it's fine. We're fine. I exit out of the wrong notepad. Oh. Okay, so we've got Terminal Nightmare, Nightmare Terminal, Nightmare Station. Midnight Station. It's possible. In subways there can be ads. Movie posters are always in subways, really? Huh. Not a theatric poster, but a broader ad. Subway stations have a lot of movies. I should do something off of Aqua Cure, like as a joke. Okay, one last thing, guys. We're gonna make a funny about Aqua Cure, or an Amish, whatever. Yeah. I could definitely put more into this though, but should I? Is the question. Don't know if I like that. Okay, one down, guys. One down. See, you don't need to be good or anything. You just need to make it. That's that. I feel like I'm incoherent right now. Maybe there's a detailed map sign and the door isn't on it at all. Would be pretty so... Wait, what? Maybe there's a detailed map sign and the door isn't on it at all. You mean like you find a map in the game and the door isn't on it? Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. And that would be another sign of why you wouldn't want to open the door, because it doesn't seem to exist in the plans. Em looks different. Did I cut my hair? You are like the second person to ask me that. The exact thing. Like, new haircut? That is so funny. Substation. Substation. That might be a good one. Name reminds me of Midnight Meat Train. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier too. Alright, that substation is going on the list. What does substation mean? Is that like a station but not like a full station? Did I duplicate this? I did. Okay, guys. Aqua Cure. What does Aqua Cure look like again? You know what? I'm gonna play Aqua Cure by that one guy who does fantastic Resident Evil music. Fingers crossed he doesn't copyright claim me. Well, I mean, if he does, it's fine, just as long as he doesn't strike me. I just want people to go to his channel because he's really good. Survival Spheres is the guy, by the way. Just 50 more to go. For the exit door might work if the wall of the door is just entirely different. Yeah, exactly. Like, brick is not typically her scene anywhere, and this was clearly bricked and hastily done. Midnight Mean Train name sounds like one of those websites. You know what? I'll play you the original Aqua Cure first. Wait, is there original Aqua Cure song? Wait, I might be completely wrong. I guess there never was. I guess there never was an Aqua Cure, like, song. Wow. Survival Series is pretty cool. Okay, whatever. I'll give you the first version and then we'll go from there. So there's two ones. One is, like, from 7 years ago. Another's from a year ago. So I'm guessing it's like a remix or something. Let's have a look. This isn't the one I'm thinking of. We'll give it a second, though. No, there wasn't, now that I remember playing. Yeah, I never played the original one, sadly, so I'm kind of out of the loop on that one. Okay. I just need, like, a woman standing in front of something. Thankfully, she looks pretty polygonal, so it should be fine. Okay, now what did we learn? We start off blocking with a dark color. Too much. I'll have to shave off some pounds there. But we're just roughly blocking anyway. No. Boy, she has shoulders like a linebacker. That's not quite what I was going for. That's the problem with pixel art. One wrong pixel and the whole thing falls apart. No, wait, I did not mean to do that. Let's see. Substation is more for controlling electric power, transmission. Not for trains, it seems like it's... Oh, okay. Well, it could be a play on words, because my working title is subway, because you're below. So this could be substation, you know. So I don't know if that would make sense or work, though. Okay, so we've got the girl. We need her hair. need to be careful, otherwise it can come out looking straw-like and witch-like. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. It's not exactly like her, but, you know, this is the best I can probably get. Let's see, the more you know. Take out substation from the title, I guess. Yeah. Substation also is for a subordinate station for the police or fire service. Okay. I'm just not happy with the arms. Okay, enough of that. Time to work on the title. Okay, so that's Aquacure, the old one. This is the new one, which is really nice. Like, they went all out for this one. Survival Spheres is very talented. So again, Aquacure by Survival Spheres.
Thank you for calling the Umbrella Corporation, the world leader in pharmaceutical innovation. To inquire about upcoming products, please press 1. To speak to a...
From the creators of Adravil comes the latest in skincare technology. Escape to ecstasy with Aquacure. With a single daily application, wrinkles will be a thing of the past. No need to worry. We've got you covered. Stay on the line to speak to our sales representative.
Would you guys buy any pharmaceutical products from Umbrella? And I feel like the obvious answer is no. But if you think about it, like, I don't think they were they actually testing their products on the population? Like, they had research facilities that got compromised, sure, but I don't think their main goal was to fucking poison everybody, was it? Oh yeah, did they make the first aid spray? Yeah, because it's like, they had research facilities, but I don't think they were actively, like, pumping poison into people, were they? If anything, they wouldn't want to draw attention to anything by with a bunch of lawsuits, right? Oh god, I lost my model because I played a different Aquacure. Hang on. The medical technology was legit, but they used to fund their more devious shit. Okay, great. There we go. Alright, I got her back, guys. Okay, I'm gonna make the logo in the corner. I'm gonna make the freaking umbrella logo. Let's see if I can do that in pixel form. Nope. I can always move it, so. Have you guys seen the Resident Evil trailer? And how bad it looks? Ah, it's not right. That doesn't look right at all. What the? Oh, I'm on eraser. That's why I was like, what the? That's not right either. Yeah, I guess we're not getting an umbrella logo. Use umbrella instead of the icon. Despite everything, Umbrella's vaccines actually work. Oh yeah, that's right. Surely they weren't releasing diseases they had the cure for to gain profit. Did they actually do that? I'm like, you ever finished Resident Evil 8? Oh, I know. Believe me, I know. That's definitely something I have to rectify. I'm trying to make this work, and I don't know if it's possible. Maybe I just needed it bigger. Sure, we'll give it even more space. It's still not working. Yeah. No. Let me try a different design real quick. Why are you guys still here? Nobody should still be here for this. The end really isn't sight for you in Village. Yeah, I absolutely have to finish Village. I just haven't... I'm being distracted by trying to stay on top of newer games. There's no way this is gonna work out. Well, no, of course it isn't. What am I doing? Yeah, I lose the option for the diagonal one if I do it that way. Dummy. Yeah, see, there's like no room. Alright, hang on. Let me just... Guys, if you can make a pixel umbrella logo, I will put it in the game, I promise. Yeah, can't be done. I die. Yeah, my original one was better than this, so we'll keep that one. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys. Let me see if I can pull a sneaky. Great, we made a swastika! Woohoo! I mean, not really, but you know. I'll tell you what, we'll copy this. Okay, guys, which do you prefer? The swirl or this guy? So, swirl, or no, wait, this guy or swirl? I feel like swirl's a little bit unique looking. It's a good nod, I think. Try from the side view, holding up a top view of an umbrella. Well, the problem is a side view of an umbrella wouldn't make any sense because it doesn't have to do with an umbrella. It's an homage to the Resident Evil logo of Umbrella. It's a bee blade. Okay, well there we go. Why am I spending so much? See, this is why I can't do anything ever in my life, because I just, oh god, what did I just do? I just do this, you know? I spend 4 hours fucking up the Umbrella logo. But if you like Resident Evil music and stuff, strongly, strongly recommend watching Survival Spheres stuff. I feel like this chick doesn't have a chin. Like I've ruined her profile here. There we go, better, I think. I'm still congested. I'm in hell. RE1 Director's Cut basement theme. Yeah, clowns farting in a basement or something. Did they ever say what happened with that and why? Or like, because I hear rumors like the director, like, or the music guy, like, claimed he was deaf or something. But it turns out he just had, like, partial hearing loss, which is, you know, nothing special. RIP. We'll see if this is an improvement. Maybe, I guess, semi. Good enough, good enough. I can't just get hung up on this like I always do. Crap. That's the same color as the poster. No! Alright, lighter poster. It's kind of garish though, isn't it? Okay, good enough for me. I love the sound of the seagulls, and parts of this. Let's see. Oh wait, yeah, people are talking about the thing. Ask Umbrella to surgically graft a chin onto her. Composer was musically illiterate and a fraud. Musically illiterate. That's my word. That's what I am. I sympathize. That's more or less. I know about the basement thing. The MIDI was incorrect. You can find a corrected version online. I heard that too. I should have remembered that. I think I had one extra white dot for each side of the outer mid swirl. Maybe it'll stop looking like a swast. Do I want it to stop looking like a swast? That's the question. The keys are being pressed correct, but they loaded the wrong instrument. Oh yeah, that could be devastating. Okay, tell you what. Let's see. Let us see if we can correct the swastika umbrella. I feel like it loses a bit of pizzazz. Oh my god, you know what, when I joked about it looking like a swastika, I was looking at the white part, but looking at the black part, it's so much more obvious. Yeah, there we go. New umbrella, new umbrella, new umbrella symbol. Yeah, okay. Okay, so there's that. Now I gotta work on the dress, thing a little bit. Okay, one more aqua cure, and then we go back to what we were doing. See, this is the kind of like voice and message I want when you call one of the numbers that is invented into the game. I DM'd you the corrected version on Discord. Okay, we'll have to play that then. This is why YouTube struck down the last art stream. That was for spam bots. I have gotten several claims for playing Escaflowne music and La Mer from Suikoden, but yeah, after this I'll play the clowns farting in the basement, I promise.
With a single daily application, wrinkles will be a thing of the past.
Okay,
No need to
back
worry.
to it.
We've got you covered. Stay on the line to speak to our sales representative. Stay on the line to speak to our sales representative.
I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm noticing some lag. I wonder if my tablet is about to die. Is it lagging for you guys? Is everything showing up okay? The H-Man loved his pharmaceuticals. H-Man. H-Man. Who are we talking about here? H-Man. How do I make a crease on a dress like this? I think like that, maybe? Let's see. Decent enough. Okay. Just the hair now. The problem is the shinies make it disappear, so I think I'll have to leave it at that for the moment. The H-man even took his farms to the Grace. Hitler? Hitler liked pharmaceuticals? Oh, was he like a druggie or something? Wouldn't surprise me, I guess. And then again, they did put like coke in everything, didn't they? Something's wrong. I don't know what it is. Also ripped to my layers. It's all breaking down now. Let's see. But yeah, doesn't the military have a history of like handing out drugs like they're candy because they don't want the soldiers to mess up in combat and stuff, so they'll give them some really awful shit to keep them going. Like, wasn't there like a chocolate bar that was basically like meth or something that they did with that? Okay, I need a picture of the bottle or something. What does AquaCure look like? It looks like cough syrup, according to the thing. Like, they did a good job, but it still looks like freaking cough syrup. Okay. I'm gonna have to go ahead and just merge these. And then slightly shift up. I didn't like how it was half in her hair anyway. There we go. Good enough. It's disjointed and I'm tempted to fix it, but also not. I think the poster looks good. Yeah, not too bad. It'll at least give a little bit of life to this subway, I think. Okay, so good so far. I also need to make it look a little bit shinier, so I think we'll be doing that. I have to be careful with some of these. Some of these disappear when you apply certain colors. Oh god, everybody's talking about the thing. Okay, let's see. Umbrella logo looks like the Templar Knights logo, does it? Everyone in, I don't remember what that looks like. Everyone in WW2 used meth, and ISIS had their own methamphetamine called Captagon. That's a cool word, Captagon. It sounds like Capricorn and Pentagon. Military certainly had a long history performing medical experiments on our soldiers without explicit consent. Yeah. Drug used in common. Let's see. Pervitin, that's it. Yeah, Pervitin. Alright, stretch time, guys. Now you mentioned it, the chocolate pear that MRE gave me a lot of energy. I grew up on MREs, funny enough. I mean, you just stay awake for 24 hours, take these. Oh, Hans, this is some good chocolate. Alright. I feel like there's something off about the bottle, but I don't know what it is. Yes, I know. It needs a label. No, I don't like that big block of white. I don't know if the A is really visible, but it doesn't really matter. So. Also, I feel like the black is a bit too much, I think. Well, good enough. Good enough, I feel, right? Oh, wait, hang on. Maybe? Let's see what else we can do. Hang on. Why am I getting fancy with this? That's the last thing anyone needs. But what do you guys think? Not bad for a little idea for a game anyway, I think. Cat in the Mirror manages to crack me up every 20 minutes or so. The Germans were on the good dope and smoking. No, little German boy, don't eat the chocolate. Oh my god, this chocolate is full of meth. I've seen that meme before where they're like, no, don't go in there. That's where the marijuana is. Blunt and smoking or something. She's at the beach. She looks great. Yeah. Okay. We have two posters, I guess. We have an advertisement and a movie advertisement, so that's pretty good. I don't like how this is uneven. 1 second. Too light. Good. So far. Look at that meatball. Okay, I think we're done here, guys. What time is it? Oh my gosh, 3.5 hours. 2 a.m. Cool, great. I keep forgetting your avatar is Popcat. Oh, it's so jarring. Yeah, I bet. I like the reference, looking good. Okay, yeah, we got Indiana Jones movie. We got Aquacure. You can literally do anything with pixels. It's nice. I mean, except for details. You can't do details. And the song just ended. Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me on this, guys. I think now that I've got a rough script as well as a rough layout, I need to work on the layout, though, because now I've got, like, a maintenance shaft and stuff. Open mouth and blinking is too nice. Yeah, it is funny. Yeah, the little blink, like the tiny little beady blink. All right, tomorrow is going to be Ib. I will retell the Hawk story when we've got, like, 3 times as many people. I should have a costume ready by then. I should have the little bunny. Wait, I should probably hold off because the bunny doesn't show up until later. We'll see. We'll see. I'm tired, I'm dying, and I'm hungry. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to MissKittens for making a really cool thing. I would recommend watching MissKittens stream tomorrow. She's actually playing some games. She does alternate with art streams, but she's got a lot of games in a bundle, and she tends to stream about 5 hours before I do. So if that lines up with your stuff, go to her channel. It should be linked in the description below. Okay, I'm tired. Goodbye. Bye. It's not a bake, it's over. Hang on. There. Good. Okay. I'll play us off with some Legend of Dragoon. Nope. Alright, bye-bye.